is pretty decent around here, definitely. I was on that. They're like £6. Where is everyone? It's just you. It's you and me. I don't know. I don't know where there's connection. I don't know if shadow bands. I don't know where it is. Other people are just fed up of live streams. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is. Yeah, school run time as well. I don't know. What am I eating? It's a quarter pound of cheese from Moody's. And chips. So what should we? Yeah, it's yummy. And the chips are really nice as well. How is everybody today? Are we ready for the arena tomorrow? Oh, walaikum salam. Western Maryland. You haven't eaten a whole day? I had really nice bagels for breakfast, but that was like at 9 o'clock. I'm traveling to Qatar next week, so I just hope the ceasefire holds. Best game I've ever played. Honestly, I have to say Bannerlord. It has everything in a game that I like. And with the AI mod, it just took it to another level. I'm going to go for a few days. Alhamdulillah. Are you okay, my sister? Assalamu alaikum. So Istanbul Monday and then Doha Tuesday. Anyone want to link up in Doha? Let me know. وما شاء الله أزم. What's happening in Qatar? Hi there, assalamu alaikum. You good?
Yeah, do you have this type of
Is that the square one?
square one?
Yeah, the square one's over there.
Yeah, I know the color. You have only this one.
There's some in the window, isn't there?
Yeah,
What colour do you want?
I want like uh,
Like brown? No, I don't think it comes in brown.
brown, like brown. You don't have.
There's some in the window. I don't know which. Have a look in the window on the side. There's like 4 gold one and maybe I don't know what colour.
Square one, but yeah.
So all the square, look. All the square ones are here. Yeah. Yeah. No. Hi there. What are you looking for? Jersey's here. There's no jersey that side. Did you get a chance to watch the new Sapiens video with Libiano? No, I watched the one with the other brother, that doctor, but not with Libiano. What was his topic? What was his topic? The geezer. Those are the smaller jersey, yeah. Off one. Well, that's it. It's crazy. Don't have to shop. Okay, we've got 13 people watching on TikTok. TikTok doesn't like us at the moment, I don't think. We've only got 35 on YouTube, though. Strange, isn't it? I can have so many subscribers, but then you only get like a handful watching the lines. I've not been shadow banned. I've been actually banned. They're actually telling me, they're not recommending me. So, Jazakallah khair, OS9. Yeah, I am putting the scarf business online, Nadia. It's way on slow. Assalamualaikum, my sister. He brought some arguments against Christianity, and Ishab's both said they are game-changing and very good. Are those the arguments about Justin Martyr? About Justin Martyr not liking Paul? Or is that the argumentation? I saw something about that. Yeah, the Arenas Friday says that Justin Martyr didn't like or didn't believe Paul was a true Christian. Something. Yeah. So Justin Martyr didn't believe Paul was a true Christian, and he never quoted him. But it was strange that he quoted Luke, and Luke was only claim to fame was being a companion of Paul. I find it really weird. Because Justin Martyr was asked by Trifle, said there were Christians who claiming you can eat food sacrificed to idols, and Justin Martyr said they're not true Christians, and then Paul taught you could eat food sacrificed to idols. He gave an argument against Paul. Mine and Libiano's arguments against Paul are kind of parallel, I would say. I'm not bothered about the Trinity. Islam refutes the Trinity. It's not through Christianity, exposed. But I want to know why Christians believe it's true. What convinces them? What is it that keeps them going? That stokes their fires? What is it? Is it the idea that there's no other salvation besides the human sacrifice of Jesus? Is that what it is? What is it that stokes their fires? Wa alaikum salam, Nur Jaman scroll. His breakdown about the prophecies in the Bible in Daniel 2. I don't like to use. I personally don't use the Bible to validate Islam. It's just something I don't like to do. Do you know what I mean? So, will there be any debates today? We've put the link out on TikTok. Sister Iram, yeah, she has been coming, mashallah. She'll be probably on schooling now. I don't know Sahil Adin. Hello, do you understand Quran Islam? Stupid question. It's funny you should say that, Lee, about Al-Zut, because no, Carter, chill. Don't do that. Don't just because they say something toxic, you get rid of them. Let them say it. We don't get rid of people just because they're toxic. I've reached out to Dr. Imran. Definitely got Ijaz. Sadat, the Canadian brother, he's coming as well. So we got. I'm gonna unmute him. No, we'll see. If it's spam comes, then get rid. I was responding to it. That's like what I'm responding to. I was about to say it was the Al-Zut argument that made me stop responding to Christians about Islam. Do you get me? Yes, the arena is tomorrow. So any questions about Islam, you can come tomorrow and ask them. Yeah, Sharif is coming. I've invited Dr. Imran. So far we have Hashim, Mansour, Sadat, Ijaz, Zishan, Subur, Firdaus Wong, Islam Hakim, Fawad, Yemeni, Cowboy, Maurice, John Fontaine, what's been at? So many. It's just a bit confusing what happened. So basically, the Prophet ﷺ went into the desert to read the Quran, and the jinns crowded around him because they were eager to listen to the Quran. Yes, we've got a big lineup tomorrow. It's just trying to space them out. So the format's going to be TikTok streamed to YouTube. So it's going to be the same as usual, the arena. So TikTok is where the everyone will be, and we will be taking guests from TikTok, and then share it, and then we'll be streaming that to YouTube. So. Lee, now you're just talking like an idiot. Yeah, you're respectively talking like an idiot. An idiot with respect, but still an idiot nonetheless. Trying to tell us about our religion. Please. If you're a Christian, attempt to answer the question, Lee. Don't do the usual running up the skirt of Islam.
Sorry, how much is this?
Those are £8 or 2 for 15. I've got a stick if you want to reach anything down.
Sorry.
Those are the Model ones, yeah?
Yeah.
You're trying to get me to tell the truth. I've told you the truth. We've explained it to you.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to TikTok, not you guys. No, there's no Quora or Itachi. Both of them said they can't make it. There's a video on my channel about it. Go to Hamza's Den on YouTube. We've got a video on Azut. Me and the cowboy did a response. Yes.
It's two total.
Two is £10, yeah. Paying card a card?
Yeah.
Cash a card?
Card piece.
Card. It looks nice, mashallah. The scarf. Do you need a bag?
Yeah.
Oh, bismillah.
Okay, no need to get.
Are you sure? I got
So, it's okay, no problem.
free. Where's your bag?
No, I have a gift bag.
Oh, okay. Let's do it that way. I have a bag if you need it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah, the cowboy video where we basically broke down the whole hadith and Quran, and we explained what yakhribuna means and how it was misunderstood or deliberately misinterpreted by the Christian missionaries, and then they created this thing. Did you get me? So, but what it did. It showed me after we did that video, and people, you look in the comments and you see the Christians still banging on about it. You're like, you don't really care about explanations. You don't want to hear what our position is on it, and so I don't bother anymore, except for the arena. Just except for the arena. So on the arena, you can ask me questions. You can ask questions about Islam, and there'll be people there to answer your questions. I'm just using my phone for this live. Why? What's the problem? But you can't hear me. I watched a video when I had food poisoning. I thought I turned. Do you miss the speaker's time before the pandemic? No, I don't. I much prefer it now. And I wouldn't have my channel if it wasn't for the pandemic. So. But like I said, we broke it down. We explained it. We explained what yakhribuna means and how they conflated two hadiths together and ignored certain parts of it. And typical missionary work. You know what I mean? Wa alaikum assalam, Khalid of England. What's your question, Juju? I didn't even see your question. Why people act like I see their questions all the time? What's my question? Juju. You didn't even ask a question. Oh, there. You didn't even ask a question. Did you? Oh, there we go. Nah, can't see a question, mate. Ask your question. Maybe. Oh, he's requesting anyway, so he can ask his question here, I think, or defend Christianity, one of the two. Yes, mate.
Hello.
How you doing, mate?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm fantastic.
You have kids?
I'm sorry.
I said, do you? I asked, do you have kids, my brother?
Yeah, yes, I do.
You said what?
Yes, I do.
You have a daughter?
Yes.
How old is she?
22 and 16.
Okay, I have two daughters.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. Okay.
In your religion, following Muhammad, he believes in marrying young ladies, young girls. Would you allow your daughters at that age to marry a grown man?
My religion doesn't allow marrying young girls.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Read your Quran, read your Bible.
Have you read the Quran?
Everything that Muhammad said, mass destruction.
Have you read the Quran?
If you don't follow him, you're basically gonna die.
Have you read the Quran?
You can marry.
Have you read the Quran?
7 years, you can marry at that age.
Have you read the Quran?
You can rape women.
Have you read the Quran?
Come on now. Yes.
Okay.
Has.
So
everybody reads the Quran.
Okay, so tell me.
Everybody read it.
All right. Can you just shut your mouth? One second.
I just said it.
All right. Let's just shut your mouth at the moment. Okay. You said you've read the Quran. So read the verse to me where it says you can marry children.
Bro, read your own book. You guys are literally blinded by your.
Piss off. That's all I gotta say. Piss off. Oh, subhanallah. Yes, mate.
Wait. Why do I believe Christianity is true? The resurrection of Jesus Christ. The empty tomb is historically credible. Over 500 saw him alive afterwards.
Okay. Why? Who saw him alive afterwards?
Who saw him alive afterwards? From the top of my head.
You said 500. Who are these 500?
Cephas, so Peter alone, then the 12 apostles.
Okay, how do you know this?
Then more than 500 brothers at once.
Okay, so these 1 second. So these 500 brothers at once, who were they?
The 500 brothers?
Yeah, who were these people? Who said there was 500 people who saw him at once? Who said that?
The Bible doesn't name them individually, if that's what you're asking.
Okay, so who tells you
there's more than 500?
Who said there was more than 500?
What's that?
Who said that in the Bible?
Paul.
Okay, and why do you trust what he says?
Paul.
Yeah, and why do you trust what he says?
Why do I trust what? Because I trust that he was I trust Paul because he was a hostile witness who converted after claiming to the risen Jesus. He had nothing to gain.
That would be the same. That
everything to lose.
Okay, that would encounter the same problem. How do you know he was a hostile witness? Because Paul says. The question is, why do you believe what Paul
No,
says?
yeah. I mean, yeah, that's because he says so himself.
Yeah. So,
Philippians 3:6. I don't get your point.
Okay, so I'm asking you, why do you believe what Paul says, and then you quote Paul? That doesn't make sense, does it?
No, I think it makes perfect sense. Actually, look, if we step outside of the Bible, actually, we know Paul from multiple different sources outside of the Bible itself, such as Clement of Rome, Polycarp, Ignatius, and even Tacitus. These people they don't care about proven resurrection. They just confirm that Paul was a person who suffered and died for his faith.
Paul.
And we know from secular history, of course.
Paul.
Yeah, Paul, of course. We know from secular history that Christianity early on grew in a hostile environment.
Okay, you're losing me here now. I'm sorry. What did Polycarp say about Paul?
Do you want the exact quote?
No, I just want to understand what you're saying. You said that. What did they say about Paul? Why did they trust Paul? See, the problem is, you see. So here's the problem.
He says, quote unquote, neither I nor any other such one can come up to the wisdom of the blessed and glorified Paul.
Right.
He, when among you, accurately and steadfastly taught the word of truth in the presence of those who were then alive. And when absent from you, he wrote you a letter, which if you carefully study, you will find to be the means of building you up in that faith which had been given to you. So he's confirming many things there, such as Paul teaching the Philippians personally. Okay. And he wrote them a letter, which we now know as Philippians, of course. Okay. And that letter was being treated as authoritative scripture.
Okay, and who's that?
And it matters because Polycarp was a disciple of the Apostle John himself.
Well, that's a claim. You can't support that with any evidence other than the claim. I would challenge that idea that if Polycarp truly was a disciple of the Apostle John, and you believe the Apostle John wrote the Gospel of John, then I would ask, why did Polycarp not quote from the Gospel of John? Anyway, that's a different question. So the point. So the
Polycarp's letter. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so the point here we're asking is Paul reliable? So okay, you've got Polycarp who believes Paul is reliable. Justin Martyr didn't believe Paul was reliable, did he?
Justin Martyr?
Yeah, he didn't believe Paul was a true Christian, didn't he? Is that right or not? Am I mistaken?
I mean, look, he never explicitly states Paul in the surviving writings, right? He doesn't quote him by name.
Yeah, no, he doesn't quote.
The consensus really is, scholarly consensus, is that he knew Paul's letter and he used them extensively.
Okay.
Such as the Harvard Theological Review, which it published, it shows that Justin arguments in the dialogue with Triffer actually rely directly on Paul's thinking.
He never quoted Paul. He didn't quote
Romans and Galatians.
He didn't quote Paul.
He didn't quote Paul?
Justin Martyr. He'd be a hypocrite if he did.
Yeah, I'm telling you that he doesn't quote Paul, as I said.
That's what I'm saying.
But what the scholarly consensus is that he knows Paul's letters and he uses them extensively.
But
he deliberately avoids naming them.
So he uses Paul's letters.
For example, Rodney Werlein at the Harvard Theological Review says that Justin certainly knows, quote unquote, certainly knows Paul's writings.
Yeah, we know that.
And uses them.
He would have, because he was in Rome.
Explicit.
Okay.
From Paul, absent.
Did Paul teach you can eat food sacrificed to an idol?
Say that again.
Did Paul teach that you could eat food sacrificed to an idol?
Did Paul teach that you can? Yeah, he explicitly taught that.
Okay.
8 verses 4 to 8.
And didn't Justin Martyr say anyone who teaches that is not a true Christian?
No.
No.
Where did you get that from?
Didn't Trypho say that to him? Say that there are Christians teaching that you can eat food sacrificed to idols, and he said they're not true Christians? Did he not say that? Maybe I'm wrong again. Well, I've not been wrong yet, but.
Do you have a source for that?
I'll say.
Do you have a source for that?
I'll check for you.
Thanks.
I usually like people to do their own homework, though. But I haven't. I picked this up off someone else. So let's have a look. Okay, in his dialogue with Trypho, Justin Martyr strongly condemned Christians who ate meat sacrificed to idols, labeled them as wolves in sheep's clothing. Okay. Yeah. So he would have referred to Paul as forget eating food sacrificed to idols, teaching you can eat it. So he referred them as wolves in sheep's clothing. Yeah.
I'm reading it. Yeah, it says, I believe many of those who confess Jesus and are called Christians eat meat offered to idols and declare that they are not injured. And that's in his dialogue with Trypho in chapter 35, right?
I believe so, yeah.
And,
What was his response?
He responds Justin Martyr by calling such people wolves in sheep's clothing. But the thing is, he doesn't name Paul. He doesn't.
No.
Paul taught this.
No. He doesn't mean to name him, does he? Because you just said Paul was teaching that. So by definition, Justin Martyr is talking about those who are encouraging or eating food sacrificed to idols are not true Christians or wolves in sheep's clothing. So basically, he's just labeled anyone who makes that claim about eating food sacrificed to idols are wolves in sheep's clothing. And the one who teaches you could do that is Paul, as you just said. So he doesn't have to name Paul. They're £3.245.
Actually, I would say, let me just bring it up. Actually,
no, I think you're doing ad hoc response right now. So I'd rather you not do that if you don't mind. I hate ad hoc response because you've not heard this. Now you're trying to do some kind of Googled response to it.
Can I have two, please? One this color.
I think the color black is finished. Only the colors. Haven't choose your color. What color do you want?
That's fine. I'm looking for black.
Yeah, black is finished. End of the month, black will be here.
Okay.
All right. What you say, mate?
9.
What is much as here? I like people to do their own research during a debate is the most ideologically cowardly thing. I don't believe so. I think it's the more honest thing. Go away, research on it, digest it, then come back to just. But I think ad hoc responses along the way, I don't think has the impact of has the impact of doing own research.
all right. Sorry, I'm back, right? Sorry, I'm back. Thing is, look. So you said Justin labels anyone who touches eating out of
No.
right? And you're saying that
No.
yeah, Paul taught that, right? So the logic is that Justin labels Paul a wolf. Am I correct?
Did Justin label Christians that teach you could eat food sacrificed to idols or eat food sacrificed to idols were wolves in sheep's clothing?
I'm going to go with your logic, right?
Yeah.
The logic. I'm going to go with yours. With your logic.
I'm just asking. Is that the case, though? Is that the case?
He's condemning unknown people in his own day in the 2nd century who are abusing Paul's teachings to participate in actual pagan temple, worship.
Well,
there's a big difference, between buying meat in the market, right? Paul said fine, by the way, and feasting in an idol's temple, which Paul said absolutely not. But do you have an actual text, a single text, where Justin Martyr names Paul as a false teacher?
He doesn't have to, does he? Do you agree with me that Justin Martyr condemns anyone? Does he condemn Christians who claim you can eat food sacrificed to idols?
You're missing the point, man. I've already told you.
Well, you've already told me he doesn't quote Paul's name.
As I told you.
You already told me he doesn't quote. So it's an indirect stab at Paul, isn't it?
He does condemn Christians who eat food sacrificed to idols, yes. And then he calls them wolves in sheep's clothing.
Right. So, does Paul believe you can eat food sacrificed to idols?
You want Paul to say that? You want to say that Paul taught that, so Justin condemns Paul?
Did Paul teach that?
The caveat that it must not pose a weaker brother to stumble.
Did Paul teach that?
And he explicitly forbade eating in pagan temples.
Did he teach you could eat food sacrificed to idols?
Second century.
Did he not? Did Paul not justify eating food sacrificed to idols? The answer is yes, he did. He did justify it. Why are you acting like he didn't? He did. So people who are eating food sacrificed to idols based on the teachings of Paul, imagine Justin Martyr's talking about them. Forget the teacher, just the ones who are fulfilling what he said.
You're really not. You're not tracking. I'm asking you.
I'm not tracking.
Look, Paul gave an opinion. Paul in 1 Corinthians, he said, "I have no command from the Lord, but I gave my judgment."
Whoa! Stop!
His mercy is trustworthy.
That's rubbish. He was at the Council of Jerusalem 2 years prior. He was at the Council of Jerusalem 2 years prior, where the edict was he not at the Council of Jerusalem when it was the edict was given that Gentile converts to Christianity can't eat food sacrificed to idols? Was he not there?
He, you know, the Council of Jerusalem. He was there.
All right, and that was before his letter to the Corinthians. Yeah.
He sat in the. Hold on. He sat in the council, right?
No, he didn't sit on the council.
He heard the decree.
He didn't.
He heard the decree.
The edict was given by James.
Yeah. He heard the decree. Abstain from food sacrifice.
Okay. So was the letter to the Corinthians? One second. Was the letter to the Corinthians?
Can I respond to what you said?
Just 1 second. I'm asking. I'm just.
Wait 1 second.
Was the letter to the Corinthians after the Council of Jerusalem or not?
Go ahead. Say that again.
Was the letter to the Corinthians after the Council of Jerusalem?
Was it after the Council of Jerusalem?
Yes. So his letter did he write his letter to the Corinthians after?
Yeah, it was after.
Right.
After.
Answer
me this then.
And yet. 1 second. And yet, he you just said he.
Don't let me ask you any question.
Okay, you just said something that doesn't make any sense. You said Paul said he's not had any instruction from the Lord about this thing, where he has, according to the disciples of Jesus. He's at the Council of Jerusalem. He heard the verdict. So why is he not telling the Corinthians? No, James said that we shouldn't eat food sacrificed to idols. Why did he act like, well, no one's ever told me nothing, mate? Anyway, go on. What's your question?
Wait, so that doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah. What did I just say?
No, I don't think you're trying. You just look.
What did I just say that didn't make sense?
Look, he sat at the council. Look, hold on. He sat at the council. Okay. He heard James deliver the decree. He said to abstain from food sacrificed to idols. Right. The thing is, the early church they harmonized this by saying the council decree was aimed at participating in pagan temple feasts, not at buying cheap meat in the market itself. And he says the same thing, Paul. He says don't eat in the idol temple. And the letter of decree says abstain from things sacrificed to idols.
I started off asking you, did Paul teach that the Christians, the Gentile Christians, can eat food sacrificed to idols? And you said, yes, he did teach this thing. This is how we got to Justin Martyr. So I established it with he did teach this thing. Now you're acting like, no, he didn't teach this thing. Then you then started quoting Corinthians and say, well, Paul said he hasn't had instruction about this from the Lord, where he'd already had a council that was convened in Jerusalem about this very matter. So which part of that did you not track? Which part of that did you not understand?
You're saying I'm acting like Paul didn't teach it. I never said that. I quoted 1 Corinthians 8:10 directly.
Right.
Paul taught that eating food sacrificed to idols is permissible with conditions. I never backed off that.
No, and I agreed with you. He justified eating food. He justified eating food sacrificed to idols.
The problem is you're claiming that Paul disobeyed the council, but he was at the council. He heard James, and then he wrote the letter to the Corinthians after the council.
So why did he not tell them don't eat it? So why didn't you tell them don't eat it?
You're misunderstanding what the council actually forbade. Because the council's decree, if you go to Acts, it says to abstain from things sacrificed to idols. The same chapter, verse 10, it says the law is a yoke that neither we nor our fathers could bear. They weren't imposing the full Messianic law. They were giving a minimal pastoral guideline for the Jewish Gentile table fellowship.
Okay.
And Paul applied that differently.
According to James and Peter. According to James.
Wait. Let me ask you this.
No.
You haven't answered any of my questions. Did Paul explicitly say ignore the council and eat idol food without any restriction?
Paul acted like there wasn't a council. You just said it.
That's not an answer to my question.
Okay.
It's not an answer to my question.
Why do you keep asking for explicit things? It doesn't have to. You can infer things. Okay. If Paul said, did you? It was your quote. You said Paul said, "I've not had instruction from the Lord about this matter." You said it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Where Paul had.
I said that, right? And I'm not going to backtrack on that. I don't know why you think this is like a contradiction. He says, I have no command from the Lord, but I give my judgment as one who, by the Lord's mercy, is trustworthy. It's not about idol food. This is about virginity and marriage. You're conflating two different passages.
Okay.
This idol food in Corinthians 8 and 10, it says, I have no command other than from the Lord. And he speaks that with authority. He says, we know that an idol is nothing, and that food does not bring us closer to God.
You're not helping. You're not helping here. All he's doing is justifying the eating.
Look.
Yeah, I can't keep doing this, bro.
You want to use the no command from the Lord against me. It's a different context where it says
you used it. You used it.
Conflating it, man.
You used it to say that that's what Paul said when he was asked about eating animals sacrificed to idols. You used it. I didn't bring it to the table. You did. Yeah. All right. I do like you, Ray, but on this point, I'm gonna have to say.
You didn't answer that question, by the way.
Answer what question?
I've been asking this question. Do you accept? I'm going to reformulate this time. Do you accept that Paul had authority to interpret the council decree for different situations, or do you think that every Christian in the city had to follow the exact same rule regardless of context?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes, I believe what James said was the authority. Yes, I don't think Paul had any authority. No. You muted yourself. But I'm enjoying the conversation. I like the way that he is trying to defend Paul, because I like pushback on Paul. I like the way he pushes back. It's what I need. Yeah. If he comes on the arena tomorrow, though, it's challenge Islam. It's not. Although they could end up defending their position, but it depends if they premise their position against Islam with it. But yeah, defense is welcome to the arena, Matt. We want to hear him.
Sorry, I'm back.
No worries.
Where were we?
I was saying that I don't think.
You said you said that Paul was not trustworthy.
I don't think Paul is trustworthy. No, definitely not.
So you said that you believe what James was. Yeah. So you said that you believe that what James said was trustworthy, and that Paul wasn't trustworthy. He had no authority, right?
Based upon the New Testament, yeah.
Look, the issue, though, right?
Huh?
Look, the issue is Paul. He didn't do anything wrong here, because you're confusing something very important. He's applying the council decree. He's not contradicting it. The decree in Acts 15 it forbade eating foods sacrificed to idols in the context of pagan temple feast. That would scandalize Jewish believers right there. And he says the same thing in 1 Corinthians 10. Don't eat in an idol's temple. The difference is market made.
Okay.
Look, Paul said he sold meat in the market.
Look.
He said that meat sold in the market, it was fine because an idol is nothing. And the council, it didn't address market meat. They addressed participation in pagan cultic meat.
Doesn't say that.
Never violated
didn't say that. It didn't.
You're trying to point to a contradiction, but it failed because you're conflating two different situations.
Well, no, because the disciples didn't say what you just said. Where did they make that distinction? Oh, it's okay if the meat's not in the temple. When did that happen?
You're looking for an exact verse?
Well, you keep asking me for exact stuff. So yeah, you're the one who just said, oh, what James meant was that, the food has to actually be in the temple.
I'm not going to bring up the exact verse, even if it doesn't exist. The thing is, the disciples didn't make that distinction, even if I grant you that. But the issue is, why did Paul say something different? Because he understood the principle behind the decree, not just the words. Like looking at it logically. How it is really is what the decree was actually for. It was
Gentiles.
The council wasn't creating eternal.
It was for Gentiles.
Moral law.
Okay. It was for
Gentiles.
Gentiles.
Solving a specific personal problem. It was Jewish and Gentile Christians. They couldn't eat together because Jews were scandalized by meat from pagan temples.
Okay.
And what Paul saw in Corinth 15 years later, the situation was different.
Okay.
The problem wasn't Jewish Gentile table fellowship anymore. It was the problem was Gentile Christians, going back to actual pagan temple feasts. That's 1 Corinthians 10, 14, and 22.
Okay. Two things. James didn't.
He did two things, right?
Look, James didn't give this dispensation. James didn't give this dispensation, and nor did Justin Martyr. You're the one who's given the dispensation. You.
Okay.
You're the one who's justifying Paul and his actions. Justin Martyr didn't make that dichotomy when he said this. Oh yeah, don't worry. Are these the Christians? Are they eating it in the temple, or are they?
I'm not claiming that James. I'm not claiming that James or Justin said mark me. It's fine. I'm claiming that Paul, as an apostle with authority, interpreted the council decree for different situations.
No, but here's the thing. You see, you've done that. You've justified that.
How did he reject his interpretation, though?
Look, you've justified Paul.
Look,
Justin Martyr didn't.
On what grounds do you reject Paul's interpretation? Though it's not on James' words, because he never said Paul has no authority, and it's not on Justin's words either. Justin never condemned Paul. You're rejecting Paul simply because religion tells you that New Testament corrupted. You're presupposing.
Say that again. I'm rejecting Paul because what?
What do you mean?
What did you just say? I'm presupposing.
Okay?
What am I presupposing?
James never.
No, why did you say I'm presupposing?
James never said that Paul has no authority, right? And Justin didn't say that. Justin never condemned Paul.
No, you said, why am I saying this?
You're rejecting Paul
because
your religion tells you the New Testament.
No, don't give me that bollocks.
That's a presupposition.
It's got nothing to do with my beliefs,
What do
mate.
you mean?
I'm not challenging Paul based upon what Islam teaches.
Look. If Paul had no authority, right? Let's stick straight to doctrine. Okay, we'll ignore, your doctrine now. If Paul had no authority, then why did Peter himself call his letter scripture in 2 Peter 3:15?
You believe Peter wrote Second Peter?
Of the council.
You believe Peter wrote 2 Peter?
Say that again.
You believe Peter wrote 2 Peter?
Do I believe that Peter wrote 2 Peter?
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't have to be written by Peter. I mean, according to, you've lost your entire appeal to Council of Jerusalem too, then.
You've just appealed to Peter. You just appealed to Peter in 2 Peter,
wait.
and now you've just said, well, it doesn't really matter if Peter wrote it.
That
My God, you just appealed to Peter in 2 Peter. You actually called him the rock, and then when I asked you, did 2 Peter write 2 Peter? You were like, well, we don't know. Don't really matter. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
No. I don't need 2 Peter to make my case.
You just use 2 Peter to make your.
I just mentioned that.
You just no. You did no. You just used Peter as an authority. You just used 2 Peter as an authority for vouch for Paul's letters, right? And you and you said. Then you went on to say. Then you went on to say. Well, Peter the Rock and all that. So now you're saying Peter the Rock, the right hand of Jesus, he qualifies Paul. And then when I say to you, well, was 2 Peter written by Peter? And then your response is, well, it doesn't really matter. Because if it's not written by Peter, Peter hasn't vouched for Paul. So it does really matter.
Oh, man. Look, I don't need 2 Peter, so I can drop that easily, right? Now, what we focus on and what I do have.
So now 2 Peter's out the window now, yeah? All right.
16. Wait, I don't need.
What does 1 Peter say? What does 1 Peter say about Paul?
The Council of Jerusalem. Wait. The Council of Jerusalem. If you go to Acts 15, it included Peter and James, and they gave a decree. Paul was there; he accepted it. And years later, as I said again, he wrote to the Corinthians giving pastoral advice on how to food. He never rejected the council. He's applying the principle to a new situation. What
did Peter think about Paul?
The church never saw a contradiction there.
Oh, okay. What did Peter? What did Peter think about Paul?
Contradiction.
What did the Rock think about Paul?
Clement, Ignatius, Polycarp, Irenaeus, all except that's. No, I'll answer that later.
No,
that's a red herring, man.
No, it's not, because you brought Peter the Rock as a validator of Paul. I'm bringing Peter now as a condemner of Paul.
Look, Your case is resting on a difference. You're inferring that the council decree means that all.
I'll ask you one. I'll ask you one last question. Let me ask you one last question. I like you, Ray. I think we can have some good discussions, but don't do these hard nonsense responses, please. Okay. Why was he told to take Nazarite vow, Paul?
Say that again. You cut off at the end.
Sorry. Why was Paul told to take the Nazarite vow by the disciples of Jesus?
Because they just wanted to shut up rumors, I guess. I mean, James and the elders, they told Paul straight up, like, thousands of Jewish believers are zealous for the law, and they heard him teaching Jews to abandon Moses, and that would be the charge there.
Was he teaching that?
The vow was like the proof, the visible proof that the charge wasn't false.
Was he teaching?
He wasn't being told to deny the gospel. He was being told to show you and despise his own people.
Okay, was he teaching Jews that? They're no longer justified by the law, and the law was a curse. No.
Was he teaching Jews?
Yeah, that live amongst the Gentiles, that they're no longer justified by the law. The law was a curse. Do you agree with him when he said law was a curse?
Yeah, he was teaching. He was teaching Jews that that the Messiah law was no longer binding for salvation. That's what got him in trouble. Like, that's the very thing that got him in trouble.
Yeah.
Acts 21:21 says the rumor is that you teach all Jews who are among the Gentiles to forsake Moses, telling them not to serve.
Was he teaching that or not?
Walk according to our customs.
Was he teaching that or not?
That would be the accusation.
Was he teaching that?
He never denied it. Like in Romans 10:4, he says Christ is the end of the law.
Was he teaching that?
To everyone who believes.
Was he teaching that then? What he was accused of teaching?
What's your question? Was he teaching it?
Was he teaching the thing that he was accused of teaching?
Yeah, he was teaching. He didn't deny the accusation.
Oh, okay. And were the disciples of Jesus happy with that? Did they agree with him?
I mean, yeah, they agreed with him. That's the entire point of Acts 15.
No, like, they didn't.
The council didn't just tolerate Paul. They endorsed Paul.
No.
Like, James himself delivered the.
So what was the reason? What
Paul had been preaching.
So what was the reason of the Nazarite vow? To go and take the Nazarite vow? Wasn't it to show that he wasn't teaching this thing that he was teaching?
As I told you.
Not
because, as I said, it was to publicly demonstrate that he was.
Was it? Yeah.
Their customs. Acts 21. Look, Acts 21 to 24 says it plainly. Look at it. Should we bring it up, or should I just paraphrase it? Like, the elders told Paul that thousands of Jewish believers had heard a rumor that he teaches all the Jews who are among the Gentiles to forsake Moses.
You just said he was teaching that.
Circumcise their children.
You just said he was teaching that.
Customs. Look.
But you said he was teaching that.
The part you're ignoring is that he already had taken a vow, though.
No.
You go to Acts 18:18. He said he couldn't say a Kendrick because he was under a vow already.
No. Was he teaching that thing he was accused of teaching?
Was he teaching the thing he was accused of teaching? No.
He wasn't.
No.
So he was teaching the laws.
Do you know what the accusation was? Do you know what the accusation was?
Yes, that he's teaching Jews that are no longer justified by the law, yeah.
The accusation was that Paul taught to forsake Moses.
Yeah, which would be forsake.
That.
No, he didn't teach that. He didn't teach that.
Yeah,
what does forsaking Moses mean? What does that mean? What does forsaking Moses mean?
Wait. Paul, he never taught that.
Well, you just changed your answer. About 3 minutes ago, you said yes, he was teaching that. And now you just changed it.
No, you're not getting me.
I heard you. I asked you a very specific question. Was Paul
teaching inside the law?
Huh?
What I'm telling you, or what I told you earlier, that he was preaching and teaching that the Messiah law was not binding for salvation. Okay, that's what got him accused in the first place. The accusation, okay, in Acts 21:21 is that he taught the Jews to forsake Moses, telling them not to circumcise their children or walk according to our custom. Right. It's not an exact quote of Paul's words. It's a hostile distortion.
What was Paul teaching? What was Paul teaching about the law in Galatians?
You're ignoring there. Look, just 1 second. Can I finish this? Look, he taught the law was not required for righteousness, right? And he didn't, but the thing is, he did not teach Jews to sin or reject their heritage. The Nazarite vow itself. It was proof of the latter. It wasn't a denial of the former.
I'm sorry?
Are you there? Like,
What are you on about?
what are you not tracking?
No, I don't understand what you're on about now. Yeah, I know what the Nazarite vow is, to show you're still justified by the law. Yeah, I understand that. Still under the law. But Paul said he wasn't under the law. So was Paul under the law or not under the law?
Look, he said he wasn't under the law.
So he wasn't under the law.
Right, but he was free. He wasn't obligated to keep the law, right?
He wasn't obligated to keep the law.
It means that he could keep it when it served the gospel.
So he doesn't. Okay. So Paul is teaching.
He was under Christ.
Right. So Paul is teaching you're not obligated to keep the law anymore. Yeah.
You're confusing obligation with action. He wasn't forced to take the vow. He chose it, right?
Okay. Okay.
It doesn't make sense what you're doing because you can't distinguish between legal.
Did Paul teach you're no longer obligated to keep the law?
Contradicting himself.
Did Paul teach you're no longer obligated to keep the law?
Did Paul teach that no? Say that again.
Did Paul teach that Jews are no longer obligated to keep the law because of the Christ? Did he teach this?
Yes, he told that.
Yes, and that's what.
It's a very clear teaching.
And that's what
the thing is, if Jews aren't obligated, right? I understand the point you're trying to make. Like if Jews aren't obligated, then why the Nazarite vow? Because obligation and action. Look, obligation and action are not the same thing. He was free. He could keep the law without being under it. Like he could eat kosher without believing that it's safe.
Yeah, but there's a difference between obligated. Okay. So what does the Nazarite vow mean to take? What does it entail? What are you demonstrating by taking the Nazarite vow?
I mean, you just like the vow it was a temporary act of dedication to God. I mean, no wine. No.
I'm not asking you what did the Nazarite vow entail. I'm asking what was the purpose of taking it. What did the disciples believe would be demonstrated by him taking it? Sister, if you need the stick, I got the stick. Okay.
I mean, the disciples they believe the vow would really demonstrate that Paul's not teaching Jewish believers to abandon the law.
So he's not teaching them that they're no longer. Okay.
And everyone will know here.
All right. Did the disciples of Jesus believe you?
Look, Acts 21:24.
One second. So did the disciples of Jesus believe that the Jews were still obligated to the law?
Can I finish my point, please? Because I'm trying to respond to what you're saying, and you just hit me with another question. Like we can't do this, right?
It's the same thing.
So Acts 21:24. Look, then everyone will know that there is nothing to the rumors they have been told about you, but that you yourself also walk orderly, keeping the law. And that's the purpose of it. It's not to change the theology that Paul preached. It's not to correct his gospel, but to refute the false accusation that he was a renegade.
But it wasn't a false accusation.
And the vow.
But it wasn't a false accusation because.
How was it not? What?
Oh, okay. Did the disciples of Jesus believe they were okay? Did the disciples of Jesus believe they were still obligated by the law?
I mean, yes, they did believe they were obligated by the law.
Oh, okay. Did Paul? One second.
Paul was still obliged.
1 second. So they believe that they still believe the law was an obligation. Okay, for Jews. Okay. Did Paul believe that or not?
Can I answer the question for I get another question put on me? Every time I try to answer, you ask another question.
You just answered the question.
You were right there. Like I'm asking you a question.
What question? Yeah, answer the question. Yeah, just answer the question.
Okay, so let me just finish it, please. So he didn't believe the law was an obligation for Jews, and he said that very clearly. Okay, in Romans chapter 7, verse 6, he said that we are released from the law, having died to that which held us captive.
Okay, and
Christ is the end of the law.
Did the disciples of Jesus? You don't need to look. I know what he said. We hear it. We don't need to hear the whole of it. We know what Paul said.
Okay, let me ask you this.
It's a very simple point.
I'll ask you this straight.
It's a very simple
If
point.
Paul disagreed with James on this point, then why did he give him the right to have fellowship?
Okay. The point is very simple. Paul taught something contrary to the disciples of Jesus. The disciples of Jesus believed they were obligated by the law still. Paul taught you wasn't. Yeah? This is why the Jews tried to kill him in the temple. Because they said, there's him. Yeah? So now we found our dichotomy here. Paul is not teaching the same thing as the disciples of Jesus. What point did I miss?
Yeah, he taught something different from the Jerusalem disciples on the question of obligation to the law. I never denied that.
So who has authority?
Did that difference make a Paul to
who?
difference make Paul a false apostle?
Okay.
The Jerusalem disciples didn't say so. They didn't think so. They gave him the right hand of fellowship.
They
agreed.
No.
On the law while uniting on the gospel. There's
No. They made him take the Nazarite vow to prove he's still obligated to the law. What are you talking about? That's the whole point of the Nazarite vow, to show you're obligated to the law.
No, read the text. They didn't make him take the vow to prove he was obligated. They told him, take it so that everyone will know that there is nothing to the rumors that they have been told about you, but that you yourself also walk orderly keeping the law.
But you just said
21:24.
But he doesn't walk orderly keeping the law. Oh no, he didn't go through. But he didn't walk orderly keeping the law.
You're reading walk
God.
orderly keeping the law as a theological statement about obligation. It's not. It's a public relations agreement to keep the church itself from splitting. The difference is, it's obvious to anyone who actually.
What's the difference between walking? Okay, what's the difference between walking?
Answer me this question. Please answer me this question.
I can't.
Does the text say do this because you are obligated?
I'm struggling.
No, it says do this so the rumors stop. You've added the obligation part yourself. As eisegesis,
No, not at all.
establish your reading, defend your reading, which is
No. Look, the disciples knew he was teaching this thing.
Thank you.
And they told him to take the Nazarite vow to show these people you're not doing this thing. You need to create this idea that you're not doing what they're accusing you of. You're doing it. We know he's doing it. We know in the letters afterwards he doesn't walk according to the law, which would go completely against the Nazarite vow. Ironically, he didn't even get to take the vow when he went to take it anyway. Yes, my sister.
He didn't take the vow when he went to take it anyway.
Yeah.
The disciples, you're right about one thing, Alvarado. They didn't know the rumor existed, right? They didn't believe it was true. That's why they gave Paul the vow. That's why they gave Paul the vow strategy itself. If they believed that he was actually teaching apostasy, then they would have condemned him, not given him a ritual.
That's why they gave him that's why they sent him to the temple.
Look, but the issue is you claim that we know he's doing it, meaning teaching Jews to abandon the law, but your evidence, the only evidence you have is the rumor itself, the same rumor that is false. So you're trusting the accusers over James. Yes.
Galatians tells us he's doing this. What are you talking about? The rumor's based upon what oh my giddy aunt. The rumor's based upon what he's doing.
Because he was arrested.
The rumor's based upon because of what he's doing. What he was doing in Galatia. 3 for 10, you know that. The rumors are based upon what he's doing in Galatia.
You're asking a straw. Look, the vow was to disprove a false rumor. James did not believe the rumor, and Paul wasn't obligated to take it. He chose to.
Oh, he was told to take it. Why did he not explain himself? Why did he not say, I'm not teaching this? Talking rubbish, mate. You're talking rubbish, mate. You're talking rubbish, mate. Hey, tell me why the law was a curse.
You're making an argument from assertion.
Right. Tell me why the law was a curse, by the way. Let's move on. You're done on that. Tell me why you believe. Do you believe the law was a curse that was given to the children of Israel, like Paul believed? Do you believe the same?
No, he says it's not a curse. No, the curse is falling to keep it.
He doesn't call the law a curse. Why do you keep doing this? Why do you keep doing this? Every time I ask you a question, when I ask you a question, is Paul teaching something? Rather than saying, yes, he's teaching this thing, you say no, and then you give a justification of why he's teaching that thing. It's the second occasion you've done it. I don't know why you keep doing it.
I'm answering your question.
Did Paul teach the law was a curse? I don't care why he thought it was a curse.
I said, I am quoting the exact verse, okay?
I'm asking you a simple question.
What is your issue with that?
Okay. Did Paul teach the law was a curse or not?
Yes, he says the law itself is not a curse.
He says the law's not a curse. Where does he say that?
No. He taught.
No, where did he teach the laws not to curse?
Brings a curse.
No. Where does he teach the laws not to curse, like you just said?
Can I finish?
No, all I want you to do now. No, I'm sick of you saying things and then acting like you didn't say them. Yeah. When I'm talking, you've got to be quiet. When I talk, you've got to be quiet, okay? Because there's a problem with my mic. Okay. Now listen to what I'm saying to you very, very carefully. Very, very carefully.
On your part, it doesn't have anything to do with me.
Yeah. All right. See you later, mate.
He taught that the law brings a curse, not because of the law even.
See you later, mate. You do it every single time. I don't know even why you do it. I asked you a question. Does Paul teach the law is a curse? No. And then you tell me why he's teaching it. It's like... No, I know, but when he talks, it goes over my mic for some reason. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said to him, be quiet when I'm talking. And then he deliberately started talking when I'm talking. I liked it. I enjoyed it. But, man, I don't know how many errors that guy made in that one thing. How many things he said, and then next thing he said the complete opposite. As soon as he realized he was getting pinned on a point, he straight away he's off it. Yes, mate. Yes, you're muted. Yes, my brother.
No, I got the children. I just want to go to you. You're busy, then I will talk to you.
No, go.
I just say, I look in one business, the retail. I'm wholesaler, you know. My wholesaler I forget sell the carton box, the ladies item.
Okay.
The long dress.
Okay.
When I look into one green estate, this is a very busy area. But I look in the High State Road also. One shop. Idea how much and rent, everything.
I don't know. Well, Green Street is expensive. £4, 3 for 10. Yeah. I honestly don't know.
Huh?
I thought he was coming here.
Huh?
Wasn't he coming in here? No.
Yeah, it's also expensive.
It's very expensive. Yeah.
They are also about how much this mall about how much
expensive.
The total cost how much one shop.
Expensive. I'm on live streams here. I'm not going to text that my personal information. It's expensive though. It's expensive. See, in here, in the mall, it's not just the rent; it's the service charge. Service charge is as much as the rent for me. So my rent is this, and then the service charge doubles the rent. And forget business rates and forget wages and everything else. Just the rent and service charge is killer. That's why I'm trying to move online. I'm trying to come out of this kind of thing.
Yeah, many people go online. I don't know.
There's no expenses, is there?
Too much headache and no
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the showroom, I like the fact that people can think, but it's like, is it necessary? In this day and age, everyone's got a computer, everyone's got a phone.
Yeah,
it's the logical way to go is...
No, people want nothing.
Nah, online, just go online.
All people, the young, all online.
That's it.
No coming the home outside, no, nothing.
Let's look at all the big... Look how many stores have left here. Wilkinson's left here. Marks and Spencer's left here.
Also gone. Big shop. No?
Yeah, Devon's gone. Ryman's has gone. Waterstones has gone. Who else has gone? So many big stores have gone. Did you get me? I think Next has gone. Is it Next?
No, Next.
No, River Island. River Island went, didn't they? Okay. Yeah, so all the big stores, I think after COVID realized you don't need to have rent and wages and all, just online.
Why know this shopping center go a little bit down?
Because this shopping center can't compete with Lakeside and Westfield. So it had to do something differently. So what this shopping center has done, it's made it independent. So for example, you want to come to Fab Hijab, you got to come to Ilford. You can't go to Lakeside or Westfield for Fab Hijab. So most of the shops are independent here. Do you know what I mean? So that's what they've gone with here in Ilford. So they've made it so that the stores here are kind of exclusive. If you want a Taiba, you got to come to Taiba. You got to come to Ilford, type thing. So that's the way they've done it. They can't compete with Westfield. They can't compete with Lakeside.
I was full million people.
Yeah,
going there.
so you can't compete with those guys. So you have to do something different. So they've made it so that all the businesses are kind of independent. Shops, if you want to shop at that shop, it's not a chain. You have to come to Ilford. So that's how they've done it.
Different.
Yeah, it's a decent strategy.
But why Chinese has too much high this
That is what it is. I don't know.
people I do.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Ask me one on sport.
Politics. No further tax maybe.
Just so you know, my sister, those are the smaller ones. They're the smaller ones. These are the bigger ones in Jersey. Yeah,
Bigger as in longer?
bit longer and wider.
But I see your quality very, very good.
Yeah, it's too nice for
Totally different.
it's too nice for Ilford.
Different.
You know, I put effort into what I do. I travel. I go here. I go there. I bring quality merchandise. Turkey, Kuwait, Paris, all these different places. What is it you're looking for, my sister? I can help you.
Oh no, I'm just looking. I'm just thinking.
All right.
Everything is different.
I'll try my best, man. But
People
I think if I go online, because I have a select kind of customers that like.
Yeah.
So if it was online, and I did like an event in Manchester, or an event in Birmingham, and an event in Glasgow, you know, just like
Yeah, all in
and then when I leave there, Manchester will be shopping with me, Birmingham will be shopping with me. So this is my strategy. So once I go online, then I'll take the shop on the road.
You also wholesale.
No. Go and do like
Right.
events, like Eid event and this event and that event, just to let the people taste. Once they've tasted my product, I can leave. And then, you know, like a heroin dealer, give them they taste the product, and then they'll be buying drugs off me for life.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Good idea.
Because you know, let's say I put my stuff online now, and someone in Manchester would, as far as they're concerned, I'm just somebody else online. But if I go to Manchester and do an event, and they come and they feel the quality of the scars and they see it, and oh brother, where can we find you? Yeah, Fab Hijab. Yeah. From that moment on, they'll start shopping Fab Hijab. What will happen then? Their friends will say, "Oh, where'd you get that scarf from? Oh, it's Fab Hijab." SubhanAllah. That's how you spread. That's my plan.
England, 80% online gone. 80% online.
SubhanAllah, inshallah.
All people this online better than shop.
Yeah, definitely.
No headache and every day. How many water? Sir?
Do me a favor, you get me a cup of tea.
No, thank you. I am fasting.
I'm not fasting. Look, get me tea. Can you get me tea?
I am fasting.
Yeah, but I'm not. Can you get me tea?
Okay. You need to one
Tea, yeah.
tea. Red or
English tea. English tea.
English tea.
Yeah, thanks. All right. The flyers and brochures are the same thing. It's still not. You can't feel the fabric. Yeah. No, I'll probably get banned off TikTok now for talking about drugs. I'm not talking about drugs. That's a great one. Sorry, I'm. Christians always point to 1094 in the Quran. Yeah. I heard a beautiful refutation today about that. You ready?
Yeah.
Just one?
Just this piece here.
Just that, okay. Is it for caps or anything?
Yeah,
as well?
I'm looking for caps.
Got like the tube cap?
Is there one where like it covers the
The back?
Yeah.
What colour?
back?
Only got the only one I've got is this one, tie one. Unless you want the ninja one. I got the ninja one in black as well.
Is it this one?
Yeah. This is fine.
Oh, it's okay.
Because what my missus does, when she puts it on, then she just pins it up.
Yeah,
That's what my daughter wears as well.
it's okay. I'll just take this one.
Oh, okay. Inshallah. Paying cash card?
Oh, it covers.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
No, there's going to be any sisters. Do you want a bag?
Yes, please.
There's not going to be any sisters in the arena. It's all the broskies.
Thank you.
I was going to say sausage fest, but that's not appropriate. Anyway, what was I going to say? Okay. Jazakallah khair.
Fine. I pay.
You paid? Jazakallah khair, my brother.
You
Much-
know, my friend, long time. You remember? You remember the manufacturer? You buy the goods, and many times I sell you.
in Manapart? Azhar Academy.
10 years before,
Azhar.
10 to 12.
Azhar
yeah,
Academy.
yeah.
Oh, you used to work at Azhar Academy with
Shahjalal Notes, you know the Shahjalal Notes.
yeah, Shahjalal. The Bagani Mosque on Romford Road, yeah. Oh, you were talking about that shop, that small shop.
Yeah, you remember?
You had that
me?
little tiny scar shop.
Yeah,
Subhanallah. Now I remember you. You still have that or finish?
yeah, I finished there. Long time finished there. You remember me? Yeah, a long time.
Oh, Subhanallah.
You High State Road before you.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. It was a weird place to have that kind of shop, to be honest.
This area is no good, matter for
No,
business, no good.
No, I don't
for
think so.
wholesale, no good.
yeah.
Then everything is different.
Yeah, terrible.
So now I looking this is one business I can do it. Then my country I can force family this
Yeah.
garments everything.
Yeah,
They say,
mashallah.
okay, I force your shop looking and then it's good shop we
Yeah.
support you, no problem.
Inshallah.
Inshallah, I looking this green street or others. I don't know what it is.
Green Street's going to be expensive.
Really expensive.
Green Street will be really expensive.
And competition also.
Yeah. Why don't you try Green Lane?
Green lane, no?
Try Green Lane. There's a lot of those little shops that have made little shops inside them. Maybe get one of them to start with, and then grow from there.
Yeah, need to little bit.
Yeah.
But however, this is more expensive shop. This is however.
Stop complaining about the cost. It is what it is. You got to just go for it. You got to close your eyes and just Bismillah. I've got confidence in my business. Let's do it. Yeah, you got to do it. You got to. You got to make a move.
Yeah,
you got to make a move. It's like when I took this shop. I took this shop straight after COVID, where Boris was like, "Oh, we're going to close down or not? Shut down again or not?" I just went, "You know what? I'm just going to go for it," and I just went for it. I sold my car. Just went for it. Do you get me?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So sometimes you just have to go. Oh, let's just do it. My wife's like, "Yeah, but it's, my other shop was costing me £300 a week. This shop costing me nearly £1,500 a week. Do you know what I mean?"
Yeah.
And my wife's like, "Oh,
There's some milk if you want.
Did you put milk in it?"
No.
Wow.
If you want, you can put it.
Well, obviously. Thank you. I know I'm going to take the milk with you because I'm going to spill it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Hi there. Yes.
Is there little bit small size, not as big as this?
No, this is square scarf. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, I know, but normally I wear.
You could use scissors.
But it won't be as
This
good
is
as.
60 by 60 maybe. Or 70 by 60.
Yeah, this is the smaller size, to be honest.
This is the
We don't
smallest.
have this one in smaller size.
Can I try it on?
Yeah, because you can mirrors that.
Okay, let's have a look.
Do you get me? So my wife is like, "Oh my God, it's going to cost like nearly 4 times the amount a week." Yeah, imagine 1,500. All right, and I'm like, "Don't worry about it. We'll just do it, and the people will come."
And business rate, rent, everything.
Huh?
And business rate also there. This shop is big.
Anyway, like I say, my wife was like, "Oh my God, it's going to cost so much money." Let's do it. Let's just do it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah,
That's what we did.
business need to reach.
You got to risk it. You got to risk it for a biscuit. And don't expect to make money straight away. Do you get me?
Yeah. Perfect.
You just got to close your eyes and go for it.
Allah gives you.
Alhamdulillah. Just make your effort.
Yeah.
But it's not just Allah gives rizq, alhamdulillah. So you make your effort, but use your wisdom as well. So think, is what I'm going to sell wanted here? So, what might be an easier way to do it is try and get like a stall on a market or something and see if people like your stuff. And if people like your stuff, that's like Deba. Deba, they started in the market.
Yeah, I know.
I started in the market.
Time.
I started in the market. Yeah.
How much is it?
6-pack, 2 for 10. You remember? That's how you saw me. I was in the market in outside Primark. Yeah.
I know that you're very good customer there.
Yeah.
Honest
subhanallah.
quality. I know that
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know the score. Yeah. Just the one. They're 2 for £10. You know that, yeah.
Even I'm not sure if this fits. But
Oh, okay. It does fit. Don't worry. It's just. Is it for you?
It's for me.
All right.
It's too big and.
It's not too big. It's not too big. I'm going to show you why it's not too big. Give me a second. I'm going to show you why it's not too big. Bismillah.
Another day, talk to you.
Inshallah. You take care, my brother.
Inshallah.
Salam alaikum.
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah, remember me.
Yeah, now I remember you. Now I'll always remember you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Afi.
Yeah, that's how I wear it. Not in that way.
How are you wearing it?
Normally,
Oh, you're wearing it around your neck or something? How are you wearing it?
no.
All right, if you want to make it smaller,
Yeah, it's smaller. The problem is when you
how small do you
fold
want it?
it will be too hot. You understand? Normally, as single, we use it
Where do you wear it?
to church.
On your head?
Um,
Yeah, so wear it like I showed you. Like I'll show you.
anyway, I'll try it.
Which church do you go to? The type of denomination where you have to wear something on your head?
Orthodox.
Ah, okay. Orthodox?
Yeah.
So you believe Christianity is true?
Sorry?
You believe Christianity is true?
Oh,
Why?
100%.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
What do you mean why?
Why do you believe it's true?
Because
So-
it is true.
No, I know you believe it's true, but why? Why do you believe it? And then you just...
Yeah, I know we do
Yeah.
this, but
Why do you believe it's true?
what do you mean why it is true? It is true.
No,
It is true.
why do you believe that, though?
Because I know it is true.
What convinces you?
Everything.
Like what?
Everything, every word.
Like what? The Bible and this, that?
Bible, yeah, Jesus was.
Okay. Why do you believe the Bible's
Jesus came
reliable?
here
Why do you believe the Bible's reliable?
because it is written by himself,
By who?
by Jesus.
Jesus wrote the Bible?
Well, I mean, he spoke it out. We have a little back.
Yeah. You think Jesus wrote the Bible?
Oh no, but he taught his apostles.
Ah, you believe his apostles wrote the Bible?
Oh yes,
Which apostles?
like Paul, Marcus,
You believe Mark was a disciple?
Matthew.
You
Yeah.
believe- Why? There's no disciple called Mark.
Well, I mean, he was one of the, what do you call it, the 70 helper.
Okay, so when Jesus was with his 12 disciples, Mark
No,
wasn't there.
not 12 disciples.
No, when Jesus was with his 12 disciples,
Yeah,
Mark wasn't there.
Mark is alive.
No. When Jesus was with his
But
12 disciples,
it's not one of them who was teaching.
right. So when Jesus was with his 12 disciples, talking and teaching them,
Mm.
alone with his 12,
Mm.
Mark wasn't there.
No, when he teaches, he doesn't teach only for the 12 of them.
No, but when you read the Bible and Jesus is alone with his disciples,
Yes.
Mark's not there at
Mark
that
was
time.
not present.
At that time.
No, he could be present, but I mean, he was not among the 12.
Right. So when Jesus is alone in a room with his 12 disciples,
Mhm.
Mark's not there.
Mark wasn't, well, it is not written he was there.
Right. Therefore, he's not an eyewitness to what was said, yeah?
But it's not it's not Marcus only.
Who is it?
John,
Yeah.
yeah. Do you know that John was there every time with him until he died?
Right.
Yeah.
Matthew?
Matthew, no,
Matthew wasn't there.
I don't think Matthew was there.
Luke?
Yes.
Luke was there.
No, Luke wrote it. He picked it up and wrote it.
So Luke wasn't there.
Yeah, not right.
So Luke's not eyewitness testimony. Mark's not eyewitness testimony. Matthew?
He was eyewitness, but not among with the 12.
That's not an eyewitness.
No, he was there.
Well, no, it's not an eyewitness.
The 12 were,
Where does
the 12
Mark
were
say he-
chosen to go and teach? isn't it?
Right. No, the 12 was picked by Jesus to walk with him
Yeah.
and to be taught by them.
Yeah.
So when Jesus taught the explanations to his parables, he would teach his disciples what he meant by what he said.
Yeah, and he taught
But
many
Mark-
other people.
But
too.
Mark wasn't there.
Well, there are times he was there. There are times he was
Yeah.
there.
So in your Gospel of Mark, some of the things he wrote, he wasn't there. He didn't see, so he just heard. Yeah.
No, he must have been there. I mean, 24 hours. They are
Who
not there.
is it? Who is Mark? Who is he?
What do you mean?
Who is this Mark?
Marcus.
Who is he?
He is one of the people who was among.
Where do you get this information that he was one of?
There are lots of written scriptures. There are, yes.
I'll teach you something very simple. According to
I
biblical,
want to don't know those.
Yeah, fair enough. But according to biblical scholarship, the authors of the Gospels are anonymous. All of them. You don't know who wrote them.
Sorry.
According to biblical scholarship, and do this research yourself.
Anonymous? No.
No. I know you don't understand it right now. But do your research. Go away from here, and go check online
whatever you want to, and see whether or not the authors of the Gospels, Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John, were they anonymous authors, or was it known who they were? And you will find a consensus amongst the biblical scholarship. Christians, they're anonymous. No, I know you don't believe in that. Will you go and do research at least?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I know.
Do you live local?
Kind of.
Well, come see me again.
Well, I'll try. Okay. Thank you anyway.
Take care.
And you.
It doesn't matter whether it's here or whether it's here. It's just the same. Oh yeah, 1094. Yeah, I actually made some notes about it. So, 1094. So what does 1094 say? Let's quickly go through it. It was a beautiful explanation I heard. So there's a few questions to be asked. So if you're in doubt, O Muhammad, peace be upon him, about that which we have revealed to you, then ask those who have been reading the scripture before you. Okay. So the first thing, the question you need to ask yourself is, because it starts, so if you're in doubt, so the question then would be in doubt about what? So the first question to be answered is, what is Muhammad supposed to be doubting, or being asked about if he has doubts about? And thus we look back for the verses prior, and we see that Allah is talking about Nuh alayhi salam and Musa alayhi salam, Moses and Noah, talking about how they had to take on their people with a message from God against all odds, and how they survived and succeeded. So Allah's saying, if you're in doubt about the stories we've just spoken about, Noah, Moses, okay, then ask those who've been reading the scripture before you. So who is this? So Allah is telling Muhammad, peace be upon him, he's not telling them go to the Jews or go to the Christians. He's saying go to the companions who've converted from Christianity and Judaism to Islam, and ask them about these stories. Do you know of what Noah did and what Moses did? And that's basically it. Yeah, that's it. The truth is, and then it finishes off, the truth has certainly come to you from your Lord, so never be among the doubters. Khalas. So first thing is, it's a rhetorical question anyway. Second thing is referring to the stories that he's just spoken about. Third thing is, go and ask the Jews and Christians who've become Muslims now. Are they aware of there was this time in history where they, from their scriptures that they'd read? See, the key is this. It's not telling Muhammad to go to the scripture. This is key. He's not saying go read the Bible, go read the Injil, go read the Torah. He's not saying that. He's saying go speak to those who were reading the scripture before you, before you've come with this revelation, and that would be referring to the reverts. Yeah, go ask those guys. Go ask those guys about these stories, and that's it. It's as simple as that. I heard the explanation today and it was like bang on. See, the problem is they try to take everything out of context, and that's the thing. It's just a general confirmation of the stories of the prophets of the past. Now, it's not saying, oh, the whole of the Quran. It's not saying this. And remember as well, always remember this, Islamic dilemma is a internal critique. So it's based on what we believe and what we hold and what we understand. That's the thing. It is a rhetorical question. The rhetorical question doesn't really matter, because we know he had no doubt anyway. But even if he had doubt, the methodology was just to simply go to speak to the is it Abdullah Salam, the reverts, and ask them. Allah's just revealed this information about Noah alayhi salam, and he built the ark and such, and Moses parted the sea, and are you guys aware of this? And they're like, yeah, of course, this is what we believe. So yeah, it's not a big deal. Yeah, one of the brothers, I think the video's out actually, on Sapiens. He went through every single He went through every single Quranic verse. So 1094, 7157, 547, basically just giving the in context and out of context understanding of those verses. What's the lineup? So we got Yemeni, Hashim, Mansour, Sabur, Islam Hakim, Sharif, Ijaz, Firdaus Wong, Maurice, Muslim Cowboy, Zishan, and Fawad. Have I left anyone out? Yeah, I can put a StreamYard link out for YouTubers, no problem. One sec. Oh, that's a great question. Do I know the order of the gladiators? Not really. Kind of ish. Yet me and Yemeni are throughout. That goes without saying. I think Fawad would be between like 1 and 5. I think one of the other brothers just said. Let me see. So Fawad is. Ijaz can do between 7 and 12 a.m. So we're still going to work it out. I don't know. Jake Bracatella or me? Who's a good debater? Jake is a fantastic debater. Yes, my sister. Salam alaikum.
I'm just having a look. The jersey hijabs, are they like the really thick ones or are they the thin ones?
What do you want?
Thin one.
Yes, right here.
These ones here?
Yeah, that wall.
This one?
The three rows.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, I put the link out for the. Did I put the link? I put the link. Yeah. Yes, Jimmy.
Salam alaikum, Hamza. How are you?
I'm good, my brother. How are you?
Yeah, I'm excellent. I don't know if you remember me, brother Jimmy. You gave me Shahada in Shop Live, 7th of October, 2024.
7th of October, 2024. What day?
Yeah, it was. I was. Yeah,
was that the day? Was that the day though? Was that the actual day of the 7th of October?
That was the year before. That was 7th of October 2023, but it was 7th of October 2024 when I contacted you on the Shop Live because it was your anniversary as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's correct. Sister.
I was the guy who was a Christian for like almost 50 years.
MashaAllah.
And you took my Shahada.
Alhamdulillah. What brings you here today?
I haven't called you for a while. I haven't called you for a while. Apologies, because during Ramadan, I decided to do a bit of digital fasting and focus on reading books and Seerah and Sealed Nectar. I've been reading through Sealed Nectar, which is fantastic. So I decided the best way to concentrate on it was to give the online a miss and spend any free time, apart from Taraweeh prayers and other visits to the masjid, was to spend free time actually reading and learning more about Islam, because there's so much to learn. I've only been a Muslim 18 months, but I can happily spend the next 50 years learning and growing and knowing more about the deen, and it's just fantastic. It's still the truth. But I'm just sorry I spent the 50 years in the wrong religion, but there you go, better late than never.
Yeah, well, at least you enjoyed yourselves in those years.
Yeah, I suppose I had what some people would call fun. But as I've mentioned to you before, those individuals, especially the ex-Muslims that you have the fun of talking to, they think it's so great going out partying and drinking and all that business. It's nothing compared to Islam. It's just pointless time wasting, bad for your health, bad for your wallet, and you're not one step nearer to the hereafter by doing all those haram things.
Ironically,
as a Muslim,
you could well be one step closer. But
because of the bad living.
Yeah. So you could be closer to the hereafter, but not the place where you want to be.
Yeah, that's right. You could be closer to somewhere where you'll never need to pay another gas bill. So yeah, I've mentioned that to a few people. Do you remember me telling you about how difficult my family were, and they were even interrupting my prayers and being really awkward?
Okay.
Do you remember me telling you about that? Sorry, I got a bit of a lag. My signal's not too great.
No worries. Yeah, I kind of remember something like that.
Yeah. So what I did in the end, because it was particularly my father, what I did in the end was I just made a point of not praying anywhere near them, not reading the Quran in their presence, not even talking about it. And then when they would make comments about Islam, I would just look at them and go, "Oh, that's interesting. Didn't know that. Right, I'm off to the masjid. Bye." And you sort of see the look on their face that their attempts to provoke me were just not working, because I'd learned through salat prayers, through reading the Quran. I read Quran every day. I have done since I took my Shahada. I've read the Quran every single day without fail. That the best way to confront, close family who won't accept Islam, they won't accept me as a Muslim, is to simply ignore their provocation. And now they don't do it anymore because it's not working. You know what I mean? They're not getting a rise out of me, so they're not behaving in a kind of obnoxious way. I don't pray and express my Islam in front of them, and so we've got a kind of uneasy truce, because it is my close family, and I'm not meant to cut ties with them. And my parents,
No.
they're in their 80s. They rely on me a lot.
Are you married?
Yes, you remember my wife was non-Muslim. She hasn't converted yet, but I am definitely working on her in terms of dawah. She's very supportive, my wife. Very supportive.
Okay. I was going to suggest get a Muslim wife and have a baby.
Well, I'll be honest with you, I'm a bit too old for that, I'm afraid. I'm the same age as you. Well, I'm not too old for it, but anyway, long story short, me and my wife weren't able to have children. But
okay.
Okay.
Your fault or her fault?
I'll wait to tell her.
Your fault or her fault?
Mine, I'm afraid. A problem. Do you know what it was? Because I'm a child of the 70s, the MMR vaccine hadn't been invented. And when I was a kid, I had measles, mumps, and rubella, and glandular fever.
Oh, wow.
All before the age of 16. So I'm afraid it, shorted out the network.
Okay. I didn't know guys get rubella. Is that a
as you can imagine, that did a lot of damage.
Oh, I remember getting mumps.
Or German measles.
Subhanallah.
I can just barely remember. I was like 3 or 4 years old. I had mumps, and then soon after I had German measles. And then when I was a teenager, I had glandular fever. So unfortunately for me, like I said, it shorts out the network when you have that many infectious illnesses. So unfortunately, me and my beloved can't have children.
Oh, subhanallah. May Allah make it easy for you, my brother.
But that doesn't matter, because I've got Islam, and that's the greatest gift.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah. If you ever want me to speak to the missus, give a shahada, let me know.
Well, I'm working on her for the moment. She's practically a Muslim, almost as close as I was. She doesn't do any of the vices. She doesn't drink. She doesn't gamble. She doesn't curse. She certainly doesn't take drugs. So we don't have any credit now. I paid it all off. Do you know, that was the best feeling, Hamza, when I paid off my last credit card, and that was it, gone. And when we do anything now, we save. We go on holiday, we save. You know, we go on an outing, we save. I tell my wife we've got to save, and then we can afford to go.
MashaAllah.
Not before.
Alhamdulillah.
And we do that.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, it's
all right,
the
Jimmy.
beauty of Islam. Sorry, I'm rambling on. I haven't spoken to you for a while, and just wanted to share a bit of my good progress. So thank you, my brother, as always. Allah be praised that I became a Muslim, that I found the truth, and that I'm loving every minute of it. So all the best. Shout out to the mods. I always like to say, you know, they do a fantastic job. And salam alaikum, Hamza. Lovely to talk to you. Talk to you again sometime.
Take care, Jimmy. Wa alaikum assalam. Oh, Jimmy's a cool boy. All right, where's all these Christians? Any Christians here waiting to answer the question? What? Sarah Boo's about. Thoughts on Sneeko? Yeah, he got attacked, didn't he? Got attacked by some geezer. I don't know what the story is behind it. I don't know who the geezer was. Was it an Islamophobic attack? I don't know the details. No, there's no Wissam or Libiano for tomorrow. No. Who's coming tomorrow? So many, man. I just did the list. Yemeni, Hashim, Mansour, Sabur, Islam Hakim, Sharif, Ijaz, Firdaus Wong, Maurice, Cowboy, Sadat Anwar. Who did I forget? I always forget. Fawad. Oh, John Fontaine, Muslim Cowboy. Yeah, everyone. Shabir Yusuf, I've not been able to get hold of him, so I'm not quite sure. The good thing is, everyone on TikTok can ask their questions about Islam. Yeah, I haven't got his number. I don't know if anyone's got his number. If I can get hold of him. If anyone's got hold of Shabir Yusuf's number, let me know. Apparently he's changed it from the last one we had. Maybe I can find it from the old Truth Revealed. I think Cowboy's in Saudi, I think. Okay, so that's how do I get that's Truth Revealed YouTube. Do I just have to leave a message on one of his subscribe to it. Are you okay, sister?
I'm good, thank you.
What was you looking for? What was you looking for? I'll have to just leave a comment. I'm guessing. Let's leave a comment. Just leave a comment on his. Hey, Susan Rumdy, why don't you jump on it? Man, lady, jump on. Hamza, what about Christians who ask Muslims if the Injil is the word of God? The Injil is not. The Muslims is the word of God. Okay. But we don't believe the Injil is the Gospels. So there's Christians answering the comment in the chat, but they're not coming on the live. One hour and 10 minutes to go. Are you okay, my sister? Assalamu alaikum. What are you looking for?
Yeah, this is called like pink and red one.
Which one, my sister? That one?
No.
This one?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Can I look at this one? I'm sorry.
No. This one.
These two, no, these two. The first one, yeah.
And you got the other colour there as well.
Yeah.
Any other colour you want me to get down? Is my stick there?
What's my stick? I think that one.
Yeah, stick.
Oh yeah. I think it's there.
Is it here there? Ah, there we go. This, which one?
Yeah, this one. The first one. This one. No.
One?
Yeah, this one. Okay.
How to answer atheist response to fine tuning. So they have, if they're trying to say that the universe is random, they have to demonstrate it. You get bullied by everyone. What's the difference between an evangelical Christian and Catholic? Catholic have extra books in their Bible, and they care more about the church tradition than the Bible. So. And Catholics worship Mary as well, of course. I don't think Paul of Tarsus created Trinity. I think he was a Benitarian. Those two, yeah. Inshallah. Paying cash or card?
Yeah, cash. No, card.
Where did you put the other ones that I gave you?
Oh yeah.
Give them to me, so I'll put them back out.
These two.
Yes. Thank you. There you go.
This way. Because it's not really. Oh yeah. Huh?
Done and dusted.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Take care, my sister. Assalamu alaikum. So what did you guys think of the response to 1094? Did that make sense to you guys? The idea that Allah is talking about the stories he just referred to, and he was telling Muhammad to go to the converts. Exactly, Jawad. Randomness cannot be demonstrated to be true because you don't know the source of something, you can't just apply randomness of the gaps. Do you want to see this new cheeky little book that I've got? It's not new. It's dated 1927. You can't read it here, can you? TikTok. Let me just mirror the video. It's called The New Testament in the Light of Modern Research by Adolf Deisman. And you'd think, why Adolf? Really? And it's from 1929. It's from 1929. I have no idea where I got it from. I think I got it at a car boot sale, maybe. It says South Wales Library, Baptist College. But imagine the time this was written, Adolf was still a decent name. There was no Hitler. Smitler. We finished the Harry Potter. We finished it all. We finished Harry Potter. We finished Fantastic Beasts. We've done the whole thing. We're back to Star Wars now. So even at the beginning, so this is what it says. Even at the beginning of 1927, by invitation of Oberlin College, I was to deliver the Haskell lectures, but I fell sick of malaria at the close of November 1926. After the conclusion of our first campaign of excavations in Ephesus, I was compelled to abandon my visit to America. Now I was favored in the spring of 1929 to heed a renewed gracious invitation to deliver the Haskell lectures from April the 10th to the 17th in the First Church at Oberlin in English as here presented. It is a pleasant duty for me to express my grateful thanks to the Graduate School of Theology in Ohio for their invitation and their kindly reception. The origin of the New Testament. The origin of the New Testament B. The language of the New Testament. I've not read it yet, you know that. Should have a little bit of a read. Origin of the New Testament. The Haskell lectures, which will be covered during the next few days, are entitled The New Testament in the Light of Modern Research. Naturally, there will be an essential connection between all of the lectures. First, we shall deal with the origin of the New Testament. We shall seek to answer the questions, how and when it happened, that the individual parts of the New Testament were written, and how and when these separate parts, and only these, came to form a whole book, precisely the New Testament. Then, having considered the origin of the New Testament, we shall have prepared the way for the inquiry into the language of the New Testament. The interest in this subject is not confined to the specialist who has mastered the Greek language. It seems to me to be of a great importance also for the wide circle of educated Christians, because modern scientific research into language of the New Testament has produced results which have much more than a formal philological significance. They enable us to understand the native power and the originality of the New Testament and consequently of early Christianity. I think it's going to be quite a cool read. The New Testament in the Light of Modern Research by Adolf Deisman in 1929. See, that's the key, Jawad. It's not saying to go read the scriptures. If it says go read the scriptures, they'd have more of a point, but it's not saying that. Speak to those who were reading the scriptures before you. To get a general confirmation. It's not like to get authority of Muhammad or to get authority of the Quran, just to know about the stories. Will there be a ban on the account tomorrow? Or ban? What ban? What do you mean, ban? What does that mean? There isn't a ban on the account. Just Christians are scared of this question. That's the problem. But if it was saying here, challenge Islam, they'd be lining up. Trying to do Islamic dilemmas, trying to do this, age of... We're going to hear everything. You're going to hear the A to Z of the Christian Prince playbook tomorrow. But they're scared to answer the question about Christianity. I've kind of beat them up so badly the past few days that... No, it's less people because they're just scared. No. She thinks that it's been shadow banned. That's why there's only like 44 people watching. But the thing is, with the arena tomorrow, it's in my house with better internet quality and stuff like that. So no, I've battered them the past 4 days. They're kind of scared. That Ray was having a good go. I enjoyed that discussion, but they start unraveling near the end, man. I think it's my style, you see, because my style sets them up for the fall. So they fall every single time. They fall in the trap, and then as soon as I spring the trap, they act like they didn't fall in the trap. That geezer did it twice. Twice I set him up. Twice he fell in the trap, and we sprung the trap. And when we sprung the trap, he acted like, well, I didn't actually fall in. I mean, you kind of did. So, you know, when you see people doing that, then you know it's becoming problematic. Then he started appealing to Islam. He's saying things like, I'm only saying this because I'm a Muslim and my paradigm rejects Paul. And as soon as he started doing that as well, it's getting problematic on their side, because now they're trying to act like that my argumentation is being premised by Islam. Do you know what I mean? And it was so funny, right? I seen someone doing exactly the same question yesterday. Christians, why do you believe Christianity is true? And who's there waiting to talk? God Logic. Straight away, he's there. Yeah, but I don't think my style helps them, because I'm always setting traps. And I get them to agree to something that's common understanding in their religion, and then I spring the trap on them. Like, for example, you know, oh, someone's left their phone here. Hello. Hello. Yeah. Fab, the #1 scarf shop in Ilford. #1 scarf shop. I'd say in London, to be honest. All right.
I know, I'm so happy. can't wait.
All right, it's waiting for you, yeah? Assalamu alaikum. Someone left their phone in my shop. Hi there. Assalamu alaikum. How you doing? Those ones here are the Dubai ones, yeah? These are the smaller ones here.
Okay.
The bigger ones are here.
Which one's the smaller ones? The
Those
ones that I was touching.
Yes. Did you want smaller or bigger one?
Smaller.
Oh, then you're there. You're in the right place. What color did you want?
Brown, beige.
Okay, so you only got those colors. You got the beige one at the top. You got more colors in that one, to be honest. Got yours, yeah?
Thank you
The
so
number
much.
one scar shop.
Thank you.
I'm glad you knew where it was. Assalamu alaikum.
You said this will be the number one scarf shop.
That's true. That's true.
Thank you.
Take care. Yeah, like for example, when I said that shocked him when I told him about Justin Martyr. I stole that off Libiano. I heard him saying it the other day, and I referenced it up, and it's true. So imagine this, right? Justin Martyr is having his dialogue with Trypho. I believe Trypho is a Jew, if I'm not wrong. And he talks about those Christians who are teaching that you can, who believe you can eat food sacrificed to idols. And Justin Martyr says they're not true Christians, or they're wolf in sheep's clothing. So imagine. Wolves in sheep. The whole Christians have been warned about wolves in sheep's clothing, and Justin Martyr is saying that those who imagine this, those who say you can eat, those who believe you can eat food sacrificed to idols are not true Christians. And Paul was actually teaching that thing. He was telling people, yeah, it's all right, you can eat food sacrificed to idols. He was justifying it. Yeah, just don't do it in front of Jews. Do you get me? Just don't do that. And according to Justin Martyr, this is not true Christian. And he couldn't handle it. So then he started to act like, well, Paul knew you couldn't. And then he said it. He himself said it, that Paul said that he'd not been instructed by the Lord on this matter. So when I showed him the Council of Jerusalem, where it was determined at the Council of Jerusalem that Gentile Christians can't eat food sacrificed to idols, then he did his little backstep that he never said that, and that I'm the one who's inferring a passage in the letter that's referring to something else, to the food, to the meat. But it was he who brought it up. It was gaslighting at its very, very best. And that's when I knew that, oh, this guy's a flipping moonwalker. But I still enjoyed his interaction. He gave me a test. It was a proper. It felt like I was in a joust. I was in a sword fight. It felt like I was at least fighting someone who knew how to pick up a sword. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like all these other Christians that just walk all over them. This guy I felt like this guy knows how to use a sword. Evening, Chippy. But unfortunately, he unraveled. He unraveled. I like picking up new information. It's really cool. And Libiano's brilliant for that, just picking up little bits and pieces like that. Imagine Justin Martyr telling you you're not a true Christian. You should ask a Christian, can you eat food sacrificed to idols? And if they say, yeah, we can eat anything. You say, really? Well, according to Justin Martyr, you're not a true Christian. Subhanallah. Imagine. That's how you set traps. Can you eat any? Can you eat any food? Yeah, Jesus said all food is clean. It goes. Okay, fine. You can eat food sacrificed to idols. Yeah, we can eat food sacrificed to idols. Okay, spring the trap. That's how we do it. That's something easy for you guys to try. I want for homework. I want you to go out and find a Christian and use that one and see how many fall for it, and then see how they try to get out of the trap. Oh, here's how we get it. He never said that. Yeah, he never said that, did he? No. I suppose that's one way to get out of it, isn't it? In his dialogue with Trifle, Justin Martyr strongly condemned Christians who ate meat sacrificed to idols, labeling them as wolves in sheep's clothing. He argued that such actions were not merely dietary, but were acts of apostasy, aligned with spirits of error, and he maintained a firm refusal to participate in pagan sacrifices. So this is in his book, Condemnation of Heretics. In chapter Dialogue with Trifle, just in response to the child Christian eat food sacrifice, stated that those are not true followers of Jesus. He claims they are heretics, referencing groups like the followers of Marcion and Valentinius, who confess Jesus in name but teach doctrine that comes from evil spirits. No, he didn't say it, did he? Imagine Justin Martyr calling you a heretic. You'd have to put Justin Martyr under the bus then, innit? Oh, that would hurt. That would hurt. In Looney Tunes, the wolf tricks the three little pigs. He doesn't. How does the wolf trick the three little pigs? He blows one house down of straw, blows down one house of wood, and then can't blow down the house of bricks. The pigs trick him, and then he climbs down the chimney into the pot of whatever. Look at it. This is the TikTok AI summary: debating religious arguments with trap tactics. Oh. No, you're thinking of Little Red Riding Hood, man, not the Three Little Pigs. No, the Three Little Pigs was I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow. Oh, they did a mixture. Oh, no, I've not seen that. Looney Tunes, Three Little Pigs. Oh yeah, there you go. The Looney Tunes blended the Three Little Pigs and Little Red Riding Hood primarily through the Big Bad Wolf character, who frequently antagonized both, notably in the 1957 cartoon Three Little Bops, where a wolf tries to join the pigs' jazz band. Other mashups exist, including modern musical reimagining. The character links the stories between the main antagonists with both the woods and varied satirical irritations. Yeah. I can't believe any Christians that are not. They're a bit scared. As TikTok Christians all know who I am now. Well, can you believe it? Can you believe that TikTok Christians are like, they're not coming on? There's so many TikTok Christians as well that I've come across. I have to wear a mask now. Yeah, they're doing like an AI thing. I think God Logic has done that. You know that because I seen a channel before. It was on TikTok. It wasn't God Logic, but it was called 316 or something, and had a question for Muslims. And then God Logic is like there. So it's like he's got two accounts, if you like, and two devices. So he's using one to set the thing up, and then another one to go live on it himself. Because I think he's got the same problem. You see God Logic, you don't want to talk to him. Christ is king. Why? Why do you believe Christ is king? Yeah, he definitely did it. I saw it earlier. I was like, this is not his channel, and yet he's acting like the main character here, and the host isn't not talking. So it looked like he'd set it up, and then he was using another device to request and go live on it. I think that's what he was doing. So people don't panic when they see God Logic, because he's probably having the same problem. Because, you know, who'd want to go on there? Thank you, Sahari Salah. The moment I says, "Why do you believe that?" It's such a horrible thing. I need to get that done on a hoodie, isn't it? Why do you believe that? It's just killer. Why are you still using a 144p camera? I'm not. It's just the internet connection is terrible in my shop, so we have to sacrifice YouTube quality. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Yeah, I think I need to start doing some merch, some hats and stuff. I need to do it. I keep saying I'm going to do it. I just need to do it. Why do you believe that? Hamza's Den. We'll put the Hamza's Den here. We'll put Hamza's Den here, like Stone Island. What do you reckon? So we do like a Stone Island badge with Hamza's Den, and then we'll have the logo on the front. Why do you believe that? What do you think? We'll do it in pink for the girls as well. Hey, walaikum assalam, Sunny Chanel. Bonjour. Ça va? Same reason you believe Islam is true. Who am I? I'm a nobody. I'll say it again to you. Let me make it easy for you. Yeah, put the lion on the arm though. Yeah, we do it like Stone Island, you know, with the thing. Hi there, assalamu alaikum. Are you okay? What was you looking for? What was you looking for? What was you looking for? Hey, ça va, merci à vous. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, we'll do it. And we'll get some polo shirts made as well. Same way. We'll take like Fred Perry and Stone Island as our kind of models. How about the letters of why do you believe that in the shape that makes up the lion? Potentially. I like the why didn't he know? You know, with the fig tree. I thought that was really cool. I don't sell shimas at the moment. Make dua for me. I'm going to Qatar next week. Yes, yes, my brother. Alhamdulillah. How you doing, bro?
Yes, brother.
Yes.
Come here.
Christian, why do you believe Christianity is true? I don't believe Christianity is true.
I know you don't. I'm going to let you go.
Take care, yes.
All right. Assalamu alaikum.
Say salam to Hamza. Say salam. Assalamu alaikum.
Alayhi salam.
Like us.
Mm-hmm. Yes, mate. Why do you believe Christianity is true? Hey, Dane.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm fantastic. Why do you believe Christianity is true?
So you don't believe that Christianity is true?
No, I'm asking why you believe it's true.
I believe because the first book before Quran is the Bible. So you want to tell me that after 600 years, a book has come to contradict the Bible? That is true.
Did you misunderstand the question?
Save it, man.
Did you misunderstand? Did you misunderstand the question?
The Bible was here.
Did you misunderstand the question?
Yeah, I understand your question.
What do you think the question says?
I understand your question. Your question is, Christian, why do you believe Christianity is true?
Okay, so you believe it's true. Why?
I believe Christianity is true because the Bible was here before the Quran.
How does that make it true?
That makes it true, man, because the first Muslim was Muhammad.
Oh, why are you talking about Islam? You're supposed to tell me why Christianity is true.
It's written in the Quran. The first Muslim was
Why do you?
Muhammad.
Whoa, one second.
So
why are you talking about the Quran? Let me just do this a second. Let me just do this a sec. I've had to mute you a second. Why are you talking about Islam? You're supposed to be telling us why Christianity is true. Why tell me about Islam?
Bro, I'm not talking about Islam, man.
Yeah, but shut up about Islam.
I'm not talking about Islam. I'm talking about Muslim.
Okay, all right. Here's the test. Don't mention Muslims. Don't mention Muhammad. Don't mention the Quran. Don't mention Islam. Tell me why you believe Christianity is true. You can unmute yourself now.
Thank you. Because the Bible was here. The first book was here. It's all written in the Old Testament and the New Testament. It's all written. So no other book can come and contradict it. So we are Christian. We have always been Christian after Jesus Christ. So you want to ask me why I believe in Christianity?
Yes.
You want to ask me why I believe in Christianity? Christianity is here from the beginning of year one. If you want to count the years, you can count, because I don't care. But I know for a fact that Christianity is here from the beginning.
What beginning?
Christianity was here from the beginning. That's why Christianity is here in 2026, because Jesus has made a point. Jesus has made a point after his departure. He said, "I will be back." He will be the one to come again to judge. And no one judge except God. So believe me, brother, do whatever you want to do. Do all your talks you want to do. but the Bible was here from the beginning.
What beginning?
Do whatever you want to do. You can debate. You can debate me if you want. I will take your debate into consideration. But trust me, brother, the Bible was here from the beginning. Even if it's in Greek or I don't know whatever language it is, but you know, in the world you have many languages. So if you don't translate the Bible, I won't understand because it wasn't translated. But it was translated via many people, and that's okay, because if these people weren't there, I wouldn't understand the Bible. But it was translated, and it was a clear message that whatever Jesus told, it's true. In the beginning, let us make humans as our image. Let us make men as our image. So, my dear friend, as a brother, I love you very much. I watch your video. Trust me, brother, I watch all your video, even with God Logic. I watch your video. I can tell you, brother, in the beginning, there was a gospel. In the beginning, there was the Bible. If you disagree with me, then show me another book who can tell you that no, there wasn't the gospel. Show me a book which says that there wasn't the gospel before. Show me a book. No book can tell you that there weren't the gospel before. There was a scripture before, my friend, and I can tell you.
What?
You want to debate me, you debate me, but I can tell you Christianity is the source to come to God.
Okay.
If you're not a Christian, you will not go to God.
Okay. Why do you believe what the Bible says is true?
Now I will listen to you.
Yeah. Why do you believe what the Bible says is true?
Because it was the first, like I said, it was the first testimony, it was the first book. If you want to contradict it, you can contradict it, but it was the first book that was written and was translated. Now, what you want to tell me why I trust the Bible?
Yeah.
Because it was the first book, man. It was the first book. I'm liking the lie, by the way. Huh? I'm liking the lie, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. So, why do you believe what the Gospels say is true?
Man, I will tell you one thing. After Jesus died on the cross and came back to life, then we got the first year. We got the first year, the second year, the third year, 10 years.
Get out of here, you waffler. Yeah, sorry, man. There's only so much waffle I can take. What the hell was that? Are you actually mocking me in the chat saying you can't answer when I asked you a question? I'm asking you the question. I know, Iron Lady. I know. He's mocking me for not answering when it was my question. It was the first book. Yeah. I don't know whether it was the alcohol or the language barrier. One of the two. Because I could hear like a French accent as well. Or French or German or something. So he's either a pissed up German or a pissed up Frenchman. I felt it was more of a... I felt it was more of a French than German. But it was Z. Hey, Sally Chanel, was that French or was that German? It sounded Filipino. Yeah. Oh, Sally says he sounded German or French. It lent to France towards me. I could hear like the soundtrack to Allo Allo in the background. I'm upset because I was right. His name's Andy Singarum, so he could well be Filipino. No, there's a problem when other person's speaking, you can't hear me. I don't know how to rectify that. I'm sure there must be a way. Don't Muslims and Christians believe the same? We don't, Jim. We don't. He wasn't Indian. There was like a French flex going on. One of the French colonized places in the world, or maybe Mauritius. He seemed to go on Christian, Iron Lady says. Do you think so? I didn't sense the... Yes, I didn't sense that. I don't know, but he's a hot mess, all I know. You say Bengali? I'm not quite sure. Andrew? I don't know. French Indian? That's how they sound. Indian from Goa. But isn't Goa, wasn't it Portuguese? I don't think Portuguese have the ZZ going on. I don't think. I mean, if it was Spanish, it would have... Now you don't know. Want to know where? I want to know where he's from as well. Is he still here or has he left? Andrew, he's still here. Andrew scrolled on, I think. Yeah, he's scrolled on. Portuguese Christian colony, but they look Mauritian. Yeah, he did sound Mauritian as well. Yeah, Muslim golfer thinks he's Bengali. He's not Bengali. I'm not having his Bengali. Where are you from, Amina? We don't claim him. Puerto Rico. La 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 America. La 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 America. La 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 America. La 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 America. I want to go to San Juan. I know a boat you can get on. Everyone there will have big cheers. Everyone here will have more tears. So we're not saying Puerto Rico. It's definitely a French colonized gaff, which is not Puerto Rico. It's Mauritius. Oh, is that the Puerto Rico flag? Oh, is that Puerto Rico flag? Who confirmed Mauritius? When did he confirm Mauritius? No, it's definitely not Bengali. Who confirmed Mauritius? Or maybe he's from Guyana or Trinidad. Yeah, because we've got to kind of connect it to Christianity as well, isn't it? And his name was Andrew as well. Oh, you checked his page? And you checked his profile. So where's he from? Mauritius? Sandaran. So we was right, Sally. Definitely French going on. But it was Mauritian. So sound like an ex-Muslim then, who found the alcohol tap. Wow, this time tomorrow will be 25 minutes away from the arena beginning. They are indeed. Of course you can. I've got more colours as well. More
Oh
colours.
no, just those two. Thank you.
Can I just take my hangers?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry.
It's all right. Are you paying cash? Are you paying cash or card?
Cash, please.
Oh,
Sorry, I
just
didn't mean to be rude.
No,
to take them. I didn't even realise.
No.
You do well here.
It takes along. Takes along.
You've got lovely stuff.
I try my best. You ladies are so fussy.
Oh.
You said you're paying cash, yeah?
Yes, please.
All right, just £4.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Oh, they're lovely.
Thank
you very much.
Have a
nice
wonderful day.
evening.
And yourself. Take care now. Bye. Why Jesus never sinned, miracles, love your enemy, and is alive and coming back to judge. Yeah, does that answer the question? Is John 1:57 good to use or Acts 8:37? Acts 8:37 is the best. Acts 8:37 is the best. Is Acts 8:37 in the Eastern Orthodox Bible? That's a great question. I don't know. If it is, you can't use it. I like that verse because of what it actually says. Okay, so it is included in the Eastern Orthodox Bible, such as the Orthodox Study Bible. It is included because the Orthodox tradition favors the Byzantine text family, which contains the verse, rather than the earlier Alexandrian text. Okay. Okay. So the Orthodox Study Bible, popular English language, uses the New King James Version for its New Testament, which retains the verse. Okay. Okay. So the Eastern Orthodox Bible use it because they use the King James for their New Testament. So yes, I would still use it, because even though it contains it, it's even worse, because if it contains it and the original manuscripts don't contain it, then it's problematic. Am I inviting Ramsey? That's a great question. I forgot about Ramsey. What position does Ramsey take in the Islamic dilemma? Is he on our side? Is he on the John Fontaine side, or is he on the Libiano side with regard to it? I don't know. I don't know what he's on, because I don't want that situation to clash. I mean, if I was going to hazard a guess, I believe this is why we may have lost Itachi and Cora. Because of this, because I think they take Libiano's kind of idea. Or Ramsey's on Fontaine's side. Okay, then we can invite Ramsey then. Because it'd be very awkward if, imagine you had two gladiators with different opinions answering the same questions about the same dilemma. And it would make more sense to have the gladiators that align with what position I hold on it. No, it's just whether or not you give the charity of the idea that the Gospels contain revelation. Well, we don't give that charity. Yeah, it is kind of two positions, because we don't give the charity that the New Testament is revelation. We hold the position that it could contain truth, but it's not revelation. Yeah, I'm thinking Ramsey has some. Yeah, it's a great show. Yeah, I'll message Ramsey. That's the position we take. It can never be the Injil. The Injil has a quality, and that is it has to be revealed to Jesus. Would you say challenging Christians to drink poison? No, I wouldn't. Unless they believe it's not a forgery. That could be one way of demonstrating it, get them to admit it is a forgery. So if you wanted to, so this is my trap technique. I take the middle ground. Jawad. I don't think there's that much of a difference, to be honest. But other people hold that there is. I don't think there is much of a difference. It's just, for me, it's just more charity. Yeah, so you could get a Christian saying, "Would you drink poison because Mark blah 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 says such and such a thing?" And then you get them to say, "Well, I don't believe that's a true verse." Do you know what I mean? So. I read some characters about gladiator combat. The bat is brutal. The thing is, you see, I'm probably mostly going to be quiet in the arena because I'm not there to respond to questions about Islam. I'm going to let the boys take care of that. I'm done wasting my time with Christians asking questions about Islam, but I'll let the boys respond to that. Yemeni will lap it up. It's only when they premise their attack against Islam on their position as a Christian or as an atheist or whatever, which I may go in on. But I'm going to let the gladiators do most of the talking. I'm going to try. See, I don't think my position refutes the idea that there could be prophecies about Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, in the Bible. I don't like to validate Islam with it, though. For me, I don't like to say Islam is true because the Bible says so. That's just my position. Do you get me? So, look, can we argue that the Bible, the text they have, contains truth? Yeah. Could that truth be from the Injil? Of course. That's it. So that's a position that I hold. I don't think we need to give them. I don't personally believe we need to give them anything more than that. Those are the smaller jersey, yeah? These are the bigger jersey. Did you want the smaller one or the bigger one? Bigger one. That's those one. Wa alaikum assalam, my brother. How are you doing? You good? Alhamdulillah. Just the one, yeah? You know you get 2 for 10, isn't it?
How much is the one?
One is 6. Makes sense, doesn't it? Do you need a bag? Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay, just touch that. Thank you very much. Take care. Assalamu alaikum. Walaikum assalam. Viviana Reeds from New Jersey. We got another sister from New Jersey called Rose with Thorns. I don't know if you've come across her. Is Judas' death really a contradiction? Yes, it's pure contradiction. The whole narrative is a contradiction. So, for example, you could argue, how did he die? Did he hang himself? Did he fall in the field? Whatever. Why was the field called the Fields of Blood? Was it because it was bought with blood money? Was it because Judas' guts were flushed out there? Who bought the field? Was it the Pharisees, or was it Judas? So the whole story is a contradiction. Who bought the field? Sorry, what did Judas do with the silver? Did he buy a field, or did he throw it back at him? And then, because who bought the field, Judas or him? Why is it called the Fields of Blood? Because it was bought with blood money, or was it because Judas spilled his guts out there? And how did Judas die? Did he die from falling over and his guts spilling out, or did he hang himself? So these are the whole. Juice says he's proclaiming his Shahada on Friday afternoon. Your videos helped me greatly in this journey. Oh, MashaAllah, Juice. Alhamdulillah, may Allah keep you strong in the deen. Both happened. So he threw the money back and bought the field. That makes sense. So this is the thing. People like to quibble over how he died, and then they make up this thing that he hung himself, and then the rope snapped, and then he fell. Okay, that's fine. Who bought the field? What did he do with the silver he got paid? Did he throw it back? See, here's the problem you've got with the contradiction. One shows a remorseful Judas. One shows one happily spending his ill-gotten gains on a field. So was he remorseful, or was he happy? Did he throw the money back at throw the money back at them, or did he take it and buy a field? That's where your contradictions begin. And after that, you can ask why it was called the Field of Blood. Was it because of the money it was bought with, or was it because of Judas's guts spilling out everywhere? So you reverted 30 years ago. MashaAllah, Viviana. Why aren't Christians coming to defend Christianity, man? I'm shocked. I might have to change my question. Is it such a difficult question to respond to? Christians, why do you believe Christianity is true? They say the Pharisees bought it on his behalf anyway, so money was used to buy the field. Yeah, but so who bought the field? So because it wasn't his money anymore. When you throw money back, it's like saying, some guy got his wages and bought drugs with it. Because the money came from them, then they're responsible. How does that make any sense? They bought it on his behalf. That's not what the text says. The text has a remorseful one throwing the money back at him, or he goes and buys the field. One is remorseful, one he's using his ill-gotten gains. Which is it? What was you looking for, sisters? Well, you didn't browse. You didn't browse. Well, you didn't look around. No, you didn't. You could say they copied the Injil but changed it. No, you can just say that, look, according to the Gospels, their Gospels, Jesus was preaching the Injil. So could things that Jesus taught have been retained? Yeah, of course it can. How would we know? Quran. The Quran tells you it's the Muhammad. The Quran tells you it's the one that will tell you what is true in the book and what's not. Ten more minutes. Then we're out of here. Wow, I can't believe Christians balled it today. Really bottled it today, you Christians. I'm really saddened by this sudden cat's got your tongue type flex. Yeah, it's two different lineages of Joseph's father, and none of them are for Jesus. So. I think the only difference is where Libiano posits that the Gospel of Q could be the teachings of Jesus, the sayings of Jesus, the oral teachings of Jesus, and this could be the Injil. Could be. But the way being less charitable, even if it was, we still won't say it's revelation because we don't know if it's exactly whatever what the Injil was. We don't know. No, none of the lineages are for Mary. They're both Joseph. They're both Joseph. If you read them both, they're both for Joseph. So I don't understand how Christians make the claim that one is Mary's when they both lead back to Joseph. One starts with Joseph, one ends with Joseph. Joseph, who was supposed son of Jesus, supposed father of Jesus, which he wasn't. He had nothing to do with Jesus. He has no blood relation to Jesus. And then you tell us all the way back to David. And then you start with David the other way around and come down to Joseph. It's like it's the same guy, but the lineage is different. And there's somebody, I think, in the lineage where it says that their descendants will sit on the throne of David or something. So it's a very, very messy situation. So Cure says, well, knowing Jesus was real, I decided to research him. In doing so, I became a Christian. Come on, have a chat, Cure. See, knowing Jesus was a real person and lived, that's one thing. Believing he died and raised for you and he had to die for the sins of the world and all this kind of stuff, and Paul taught and the Holy Spirit and this, that, the other, this is another thing. So we Muslims believe Jesus lived and was a prophet and such and was a true person. So I'm kind of confused how you make that leap from that to the doctrine of Christianity, to the reliability of the Bible. Trying to confuse by that point. So if you can explain it, I don't mind. I won't go heavy on you. I'll just squeeze a little bit. They say the Mary lineage is referring to his father-in-law. What the hell does that mean? No, it's not. Look, I'll make it easy. 1 second. I'm doing this. All right, so let's do it this way. So we got Matthew 1:7. Matthew traces the royal line through David's son Solomon to Joseph, his legal father. And while Luke focuses on the biological line through David and Nathan to Mary via Joseph. Well, what the hell's that got to do with anything? How does it get to Mary via Joseph? Hi there.
Hello. Dim hijabs over there. They're the ready.
The ready-made ones. Yeah. Hi, Tatiana.
Green, but like a.
Yeah. Which one you looking at? One like this or one like this?
No, like.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
How much are they?
So this one is like this. These are 6 pounds. It goes on and then you press it at the back. Is that the type
What
of thing?
website?
I don't. And then you just press it back. Is that the type you want?
Yeah. Okay, I don't have any cash on the card. I don't have a card on me. Yeah, when you're opening the room. Thank you.
Hey Tatiana, how are you? You are good. You're always good. Always smiling. Tatiana's always happy. Huh?
Yes.
Always happy. Right. All right. I'm gonna go now because Tatiana's here. She's gonna start cleaning the gaff. So I'm gonna go out of here. What was I saying? He runs and hides now from logic and them. No, never run from logic ever. What about? Where'd you get this information from? All right. Anyway, I'm out of here. Take care. Salam alaikum. See you for the arena. All right. There's always some dumb numpty on TikTok saying that. Oh, I always run from logic. I don't run from bloody no one. All right. So, yeah. So Matthew 17 goes through a royal line from Solomon to Joseph, right? And then you're left with Luke 3. Let's have a look. So in Luke, so it starts with, now Jesus was 30 years old when he began his ministry. He was the son, so it was thought, of Joseph. Who was the son of he? So who is it this of now? Joseph. Because Jesus has no blood attachment to Joseph. So he was the son of who? Joseph. Who was the son of? Heli. No mention of Mary. No mention of Mary. Luke starts with Joseph. He starts off saying Jesus and his supposed father, who we know is not his father, Joseph. And then we get the lineage from Joseph. And then in Matthew, it starts with David down to Joseph. It's like, they're both Joseph. How in the world is this Mary? It's just Joseph. Why? Oh, if they said Mary and her father was Heli and then da 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 da. But it was Joseph. Yeah, exactly. If they're not related, then Joseph is not related to Jesus in any way, shape, or form. He's just a stepdad. He's just a stepdad. Imagine you have a stepdad and his family become yours. You become linked to their bloodline because of that. Come on. That doesn't make you marry some woman so that all of her, a woman marries you and then all of your fathers become the blood relatives of your son. Yeah, it doesn't make no sense. I really have to see how they try to justify this because it does not make any sense. All right. They might use tribe thing. That doesn't work. Mary was from the Levites. Yeah, her cousin was Elizabeth. Yeah, they were from the Levites. They weren't from Judah. The Levites are not from Judah. They're from Levi. Judah is from David. So Mary is a Levite. She's not even from the tribe of Judah. So even if you have Mary's lineage, it cannot go back to David. Sister of Aaron. The Levites. Moses was a Levite. There's so many names that don't match. All right. I'm out of here now. Jazakallah khair for being here. I hope you enjoyed this kind of chill shop live today. The Christians are... I enjoyed the conversation I had with Ray, though. I did enjoy that. I'm not going to deny it. But then it just unraveled. He was intelligent. Now, that guy, if you didn't know your stuff, you could unravel against him. Or not unravel against him. But if you tried to use my stuff on him, he could probably hold his own if you weren't me. If you weren't me, he could probably fudge his way through the conversation. So one thing you should learn is how I do things. So I'll repeat what I do. I set the trap first. I get them to agree to something, which I know is going to be problematic for them agreeing with. Yeah, the line of Aaron is Levites. Yes, Levi, not Judah. Yeah. So what I do is I set the trap. So I'll ask something like, was Paul obligated to the law? Or did he say that the law is no longer applicable? Or something. And then once they concede that point and they admit it without argumentation, yeah, that's what he did. Now you got them. Then you spring the trap on them. And then you hear them backtracking and doing the moonwalk. Imagine having a genealogy through the father of a man that didn't have a father, two of them, two. Yeah, so if you do that, it's a very, very tactic. Just know what your argument is, get them to agree to it first, and then once you lock them in on that, and you say, so you're saying this is true, yeah. This is why so many people get unlocked with the Nazarite vow, because as soon as you say that, and then you move to the Nazarite vow, now it's problematic, because you've said Paul was doing this thing, and the disciples of Jesus told him to do something to show he wasn't doing this thing. That's how it becomes so potent. So a lot of the things I say may have well been said before, but it's the way you say it. It's the way you set it up. Is how effective the argument can be. Because like I said, you could use the arguments. This is why sometimes I don't like to give reference points. Well, where does it say that? Because then they start giving ad hoc responses to it. And then they kind of like dilute the conversation. But as soon as you say, well, I'm not going to do your bloody homework, find it for yourself. Because that's how it's going to have impact on them. Because when they look at it and they go, oh, wow, he was right what he just said. So that's the key. Right, I'm out of here now. I will not see you guys again until the arena. So I'll see you tomorrow for the arena. Take care. Assalamu alaikum. We managed to get through. TikTok hasn't banned us, so we're doing all right. Here comes the lion.